All right, good afternoon, everyone. I see somebody is with me right now, so welcome and thank you for joining me on my new DriveStream. I am Best Buy. I just left it, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Just want to see who's on board and who wants to hang out with me this afternoon on this drive up north. A little bit of a drive, and again, well, the goal is to do a drive stream, to do this in the most safe manner possible, and that means not engaging really with the chat, not really engaging with the camera, keeping my eye on the road, not texting while driving, but just talking and keeping me awake for once. So thank you very much. Feel free to say hello at a minimum to, just to say hello so that I know that you hung out with me. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as well. But yeah, I'm gonna get going after this person passes by me, and then we'll get on the road in just a few moments. So if you want to, I am in park right now in this parking space still. If you want to say hello and engage me in the chat for a few moments before I do get on the road and actually start driving. So Lena Javier, thank you very much. Mega love shout out. Thank you for joining and hanging out with me this afternoon. Yeah, three pink hands. Thank you. But yeah, I got a 3-hour drive up north. And good morning to you. And yes, it is a morning for you, and for me, it is almost 5 p.m. in the afternoon. I got off of work a little bit early, but that's because I did have a late night last night. And I'm gonna go ahead and get going since it's just you and I on the road right now. Was thinking about giving this live stream a couple more minutes for anybody else to join in and say hello to me. And I'm still parked right now, so I can say hello in the chat. Joel, good evening, brother. How are you? Thank you very. Yes, no kidding. TGIF indeed. George. All right. What did you write, George? Are you long language? Awesome. I'm like, wow. I didn't know you know German. That's kind of crazy, huh? Layla, awesome. Thank you so much for joining as well. That's cool. Let's see here. I think I could do like this too. That way you're able to do your thing. From Zamboanga City. Excellent. Megalo shout out to all you guys. Dominic, how are you? Or no, that's Matt Bump. I just saw the north and I read it too fast. So thank you for joining also, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, so just so you guys are aware, I'm about to get on the road. I am not driving right now so that I can engage and say hello to everybody that wants to say hello to me. So I've got 3 viewers right now. I see George, Layla, Lena, Matt. So thank you very much for joining this afternoon. And I will not be engaging with the chat. I want to do a drive stream as safe as possible, and basically just talking to keep me awake for one. I mean, that's the primary reason for me to do it. And I actually enjoy chatting. Chatting about what I had going on a week, maybe what I'm going to have going on this weekend, and what I've got going on the following. But would like to give this a few more moments before I actually start driving, to say hello to everybody in the chat, engage just a little bit before I go. Hey Tara, how are you? Thanks for joining also. So yeah, Joel, let's see. Hey, and g'day Matt. Yes, indeed. If he's still there. On my side, it only says 2 people are viewing, but who knows? And I kind of wished it didn't say that, at least on the screen, or maybe I'm glad that it does. So that's okay. Either way, I'm happy that people can hang out with me this afternoon while I drive up north to Hampton-Sydney College in Farmville, Virginia. It's about 3 hours drive north. And my son has a rugby game this weekend. I know you Australians are fancy rugby a little bit, yeah? In the Philippines, not so much. America is not. It's a growing sport, I would say. It didn't take off, if you will, like soccer or football. But yeah, let's see. What did you say there? Dominic, how are you? Yes, Dominic from, I don't know what city you are in Australia. So where are you in Australia? I know that you're from Australia with Matt Bump there. But Savvy, good afternoon as well. Thank you for joining me. Savvy is a really good singer on the YouTube. So maybe she'll join one day to sing some song for us all. Or you can always go to her channel and check out her live streams. I think she streams at 10 p.m. in the evening daily, yeah? In fact, on that note, once I start driving, I will not be engaging in the chat for all of you that are on here right now. I'll be focused on the driving, focused on the road, and yeah, just interact with each other. I won't be able to give people that don't have blue wrenches while I'm driving. Again, trying to stay safe and not tippy tap on the cellular phone, my mobile wireless touch tone phone while I'm moving out. But so go ahead and push your link intermittently for a video or your channel that you'd like to share, that you'd like to promote, and enjoy each other's company in the chat. Like I said, I will try to not engage you in the chat. And on that note, what I think I can do is, let's see here. Oh no, but thank you, host Jason. Drive safely. Yes, I'm about to get driving. 3-hour drive up north to Farmville, Virginia, to see my son play some rugby this weekend. In fact, I think one of his rugby teammates got on the live chat, got on the DriveStream when I was headed up to University of Richmond, and he said, "Roll Tigers," and I thought his name said Flack John or something like that, but in fact it said Flaccid John or Flaccid Joe. And so when I linked up with the team that evening, they were joking, but some of the guys were on there. Kidney Warrior, good afternoon for me, good morning to you. Yeah, all my folks that are in the Philippines, you know, it's going to be the morning for you guys out there. And it looks like it says 5 viewers are on here. Roll Tigers, yes, that is the mascot of Hampton, Sydney, the tiger. School colors are this berry red and gray color. So yeah, that's their thing. But I am going to get on the road now because I've got 4 hours before I need to check into the hotel. Yeah, car pulled up right behind me. And funny that my reverse beeper did not go off while I was moving. So if you jump on, apologies for not saying hello, because I'm attempting to not engage in the chat while I'm moving. I'm attempting to not look at the camera while I'm moving, trying to be safe 100%. And one of these days I'll figure out a way to do this drive stream with somebody monitoring this and reading out the comments. Maybe someone is on the phone with me also, but I don't think that I can actually use my cell phone voice while I'm streaming at the same time. In fact, the purpose of my visit to Best Buy was twofold. I wanted to, thank you. I needed to take a look at ice machines for work because one of the ice machines at work is broken. And 19 days after the warranty expired. Let me take a look at the chat here real quick. And you're gonna do that, lady? Come on. You let me in, but you didn't let me in? Okay, cool. Road raging already, right? All good. All right, let's see here. Safety first, indeed. Biagti, good afternoon. I think you're from Hawaii. That's why you say Biagti, Hawaii, yeah? Another very good YouTube singer. I have two amazing YouTube singers here in the chat. The last I saw, Biagti and Savvy. So say hello to them. Check out their channels. They're very good singers, and I enjoy putting their live streams on because they're singing a lot while I'm editing video. So
turn right now and then make a slight right turn.
All right, how are you, bro? Biagti, yes. So let's see, North Matt. I'm good, bro. I'm driving, so I am not watching the chat religiously. I'm not, and I'll engage as when I've got a red light and when I've got the chance to actually engage with you guys. But like right now, I'm coming up to a red light, so I can actually see what's going on in the chat. So Biagti, okay, bro. But hello, welcome. Okay, I could do this here for Princess Vlog as well. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Standard. All right, let's see. Catch up. First thing I do is silence the voice on any GPS system. Indeed. In fact, I could do that right now, or just turn the volume down on it because I'm not there. But all right. So apologies for the loudness of the GPS, but
make a slight right turn onto I-264 west towards Norfolk now.
I do need it because I haven't memorized the path to Farmville, Virginia just yet. And so I'm on the road, I'm moving out, and I probably will not be able to engage with the chat while I'm moving. In fact, on that note, I'm gonna hide the messages, so none. So chat's hidden for me. if someone pops on that's brand new to the chat, if you guys don't mind that are hanging out with me, let them know that I'm not gonna say hello to you just yet. That I'm driving and I'm focused on the task at hand. No pun intended, because I've got the steering wheel in my hand. Right? But yeah. Whew. So, purpose of my visit to Best Buy was twofold. Number one was
In
to
1.5 miles, keep left on
look
I-264
for
west.
a new ice machine for work. The ice machine in our conference room is down, and the warranty, the 5-year warranty that we bought on it, had just expired October 1st. And so, yeah, out of luck for that particular machine. Actually, both machines, but one of the machines is actually working still, but the one in the conference room is out, and I'm starting to freeze out here. So I'm messing with my air conditioning. But that one is down, and went there to go look at the new ice machines. And they actually don't have any ice machines, freestanding ice machines that go underneath the countertop, the size that I require. About 33 inches, the space that it's going under is 33 inches tall, 2 feet deep, or we'll call it 23 inches deep, and 15 and 7/8 inches wide. Those are the dimensions of the space that the new ice machine is going to go into. And the Best Buy does not have any. Those machines were purchased from what is it called? East Coast Appliance 5 years ago with a warranty. And so, you know what? We got our warranty's worth. 5-year warranty plan. We got our money's worth out of that, because it's had a lot of issues. Typically, after year 2, we've had an issue with each of those ice machines once a year. So, I don't remember what we paid for the warranty, but they're commercial grade units, and you would expect them to last for the long haul. Made by Marvel. I would get another Marvel machine. I'm happy with them, and I was happy with the extended warranty plan that we utilized after, I guess the standard manufacturer's warranty, which was by New Leaf. I know I'm starting to sound like a commercial, right? Marvel ice machine, New Leaf warranty plan, Best Buy. But Best Buy did not have what I needed, and so I will be going back to East Coast Appliance to look at machines there and get new ones. So, Bob, if you're on the line, don't worry about it. I got it. I got the ball. I'll take care of it. And so, yeah, I know I'm leaving at rush hour. It's 5 p.m. I could have probably gotten on the road a lot earlier for one, but didn't get a chance to because I had stuff to do at work, like deal with this ice machine. Right? Oh, I know. I looked at the camera. But deal with this ice machine and among other things. So, all good. And the second reason why I wanted to stop by Best Buy was I was actually looking at mobile hotspots. And so, an idea that I was thinking about, because let's say someone were to call me right now, like my wife were to call me, or my son were to call me, or there was an issue at work that I could address via voice and not in person on the phone, they would call. And so what happens to my DriveStream? Does it end? Does it? And maybe that's a good test in the future, not right now, not while I just get started, because yeah, maybe we'll do that, because obviously just testing out my mobile studio here and figure out what I need to do to give you, my audience, my viewers, the best experience possible in listening to me. And maybe one of that is to simply, for one, as a neat starting point, instead of looking at me, maybe looking at the road, looking at where I'm going. And I think part of the reason why I wanted to set up a laptop in the vehicle and have a tethered camera from the laptop that would be sitting secured in the vehicle with a camera, looking at me like sitting in the rearview mirror, is number one, not create an obstruction of my windshield, because the phone is up a little, about eye level with me right now, as you can tell. And not that it's a bad obstruction, because I can see the vehicle that I'm passing now, in my front quarter panel there, that I can see, and some folks do believe that hanging, I guess, stuff from your rearview mirror creates an obstruction. You got to take my parking pass down. It was, I guess, a checkpoint, and he was just checking. I was on my way to scout camp with my son, and the police officer said, "Yeah, it's obstruction, so take it down." Okay, roger that. So I never drive with my parking pass hanging in my rearview mirror anymore, just because, you know, I don't. Safety, number one, right? Of course, and giving me full view of my windshield. But when I put this thing down here, guess what? Look, I just closed half of my my view. You know, sometimes I drive this with it this low, right? It's just sweet because the sun is right in that sweet spot. You know? So yeah, the idea is to have a laptop sitting here to a camera. And so I was looking at mobile hotspots just to see what is available technology-wise, and I would not want to mobile hotspot and then have to Bluetooth it to the computer, because I think there's still going to be a lag. If anything, it would be mobile hotspot, Ethernet from that hotspot unit to the computer, so that it's still a better connection. Because I'm still streaming probably at 720, not 1080p like I thought, unless that's just the limitation of my camera in itself. And so, ideas, once again, you know, do I need additional lighting up here to give me that, you know, my hair light, right? In fact, I got that idea by listening to this, I think it was Think Media on YouTube, and Omar Taltaktori. I think that's how you, I don't know how you say his name. But when I was getting into, you know, creating that YouTube setup, or, you know, the video creation setup, because I didn't clearly, I mean, I've been making videos for just over a year, and I just started doing the live streaming a month ago, let's say, on my first drive up to go see a rugby match, excuse me. All right, and all right, so we're coming up on some traffic, and when I'm not moving, I can look at the chat and look at the camera at some point. So, excuse me. So I will.
In 1/2 mile, keep right on I-264 west.
Because I'm about to go through a
Portsmouth.
tunnel. Well, that actually, I still have a connection inside that tunnel also. So if you want to say hello in the chat here, feel free to. I might be able to say hello back. All right, moving, so not looking at the chat. But yeah, this is about safety. I mean, my wife is the first time I did it, she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, live streaming. I mean, we see people texting and all the time. All right, real quick, let's see here. And I got a glare now. I can look at the chat, but I got a glare on the thing, so I can't even see it. I get better. Okay, sorry, George. I think it was you that was making a comment there, and thank you for that. And again, if you guys are reminding the new viewers that pop on that I'm not going to be engaging with the chat because I'm driving, unless I'm in traffic light right now. And man, see, I got a glare on the truck in front of me. Let's see, got Princess Vlog, smiley fishy faces, and I can't read that because of the, let's see, what if I do? Nope, that makes it worse. Because of the glare on my chin. If I do that, live chat there. Okay, all right, moving out again. Because the sun is hitting my mouth, right? Even though I'm a brown dude, right? It's still washing out the white text. Right? And so holding this up allows me to see the text better. Not the greatest still, because it's still washed out, because it's still bright. It would have to be like a, even though it's black towel. Yeah, all right, that's not happening. The sun is, it's hitting the thing just right, you know? So, yeah, when I was pulling out to the Best Buy, this lady tip tack tick 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 on her phone while she's moving out. You know, that person was just on their phone doing this, looking at it, you know, because we're in traffic, of course, and we're going slow enough. So I figure, hey, when you're on the road and you're driving, you're going to crash. It's just a matter of when you crash, are you going to crash soft, where you decrease your chances of getting injured, or soft enough to decrease the chances of the person that you crash into, if there's another person involved, lower also. All right, stopped, chat. Yeah, man. Okay, it looks like there's 3 people on the thing. I got the 6 thumbs ups. Koala, apologies. I see hearts. Yeah, this is crazy. Maybe if I duck down like this, I can see it better because it's in the black, the shadow of the truck. Because this is just not low enough. But the driver behind Jason has to be so confused. Oh yeah? They don't look confused. Oh, because I'm moving around like? What to say here? Sally Transportation. So this dude wrote this, I guess, an advertisement on their vehicle, on the windshield or the window, in what looked like bingo marker stamps. You know what I'm talking about? The bingo markers when you're calling out the numbers in the bingo hall. It's those stamps that are circular. I wonder if that dude's live streaming also. He had his phone out there. For Sally Transportation, it's a phone number, US dot. So, what's he hauling? Got a golf cart. He's hauling golf cart. See what I'm talking about here? Can you see that? I don't know. I can't tell if you can see that because I have a glare. But I am stopped. Let's see the chat. Jason, brother. Dusty, thank you so much for joining also, bro. Yes, I am driving up to Farmville, Virginia. My son's got a rugby weekend. He's got, the team has at two games. Whether or not he gets, I know he wants to play in both, so we'll see. But yeah, headed up there right now. Stuck in this awesome traffic, which I knew I was gonna be engaged in, and so just a chance to say hello to you guys right now while I'm driving, so that I am not distracted by the chat while I'm driving. And so while I'm driving, I'm able to hide the chat, so that's good. Yes, I am going to be careful, Princess Vlog. Better since let's see here. I get better service in that tunnel underwater than I do just driving around Virginia. Yeah, right? No kidding. George, I haven't said, you know what? There was no time to fly last night. I was gonna call you and be like, yo, dude, let's go. Because actually, Brian and I were on instructor duties last night. We left the tunnel at least Joe and I shut down the tunnel at 10:30. It was a long day. I showed up at 12:30 for my 1 o'clock shift, or maybe did I show up earlier? Well, I showed up. Whatever. But we had the Seektaxosaurus kids, which was pretty cool too. You know, those kids are progressing along in the short amount of time that they're flying. You know, I'm gonna have a handful of them are belly flying now, so that's cool. It's pretty awesome. All right, I'm alive and down to fly. Yes, I know you are, bro. Let's see, what if I do like this? Oh yeah, because my hand is brown. And my hand's dark brown, so I can see the chat better. All right, so figuring stuff out. Right? So yeah, this is kind of cool, man. I'm digging this drive streaming. Talked a little bit about, you know, my visit to Best Buy just now, and looking for a new ice machine and to do a mobile hotspot. And so what I need to do is find a mobile hotspot unit with T-Mobile, because that's my carrier, that will allow wired tether.
System rerouting due to traffic. In 4/10 of a mile, keep right on I-264 west towards Portsmouth.
I'm cool with this track. I don't care. I'll stay on this road. What a bit! That's a huge detour to have to take. But I'll be moving. That's a lot of mileage. That's like a big triangle of mileage. I wonder if the bridge is up right now, because I am dead stop in traffic. Kidney Warrior, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining. Yes, I am doing my best to drive safe. Part of my process to help me drive safe right now and do a drive stream right now like this is to not look at the chat, not look at the camera, not really engage with you guys while I'm driving, while I'm moving. Because, you know, I'm driving right now, but I'm in dead stop traffic. Going to need the manager to give me access to view manifest. You're funny. You know, you can technically actually look at the manifest just by going online, you know, and seeing what is available time-wise. But obviously, to make your reservation, because you are a member, just call up the front desk and such. So it's IP restricted. No, it's not. If you look at the, what do you call it? Just go to iflyworld.com and you make a reservation as if you are a first-time flyer. And those first-time flyer slots are the same as, I guess, if you will, for lack of a better term, member slots. I mean, it's an open slot, and so you can see it that way. And so, for those of you that are ever visiting the Virginia Beach area and want to fly, you know, let me know. You know, if you want to make a reservation online, you can use my last name as a discount code, Lavarius, as a discount code on your first-time flyer package only. Members get a different type of a discount on their already discounted time. Right? But indeed. All right, moving out just a little bit. We're crawling here. So let's see here. I got a chance to fly once, 3 times this week. My drone, that is, in the tunnel. Well, 3 times also. I should have put the flight suit on today, but I was too distracted by I was too busy doing other stuff. Oh, this is like this, and with the letter B, right? This means busy. I was too busy at work. I've decided I want to learn American Sign Language. And so, let's see. Yeah, I want to learn American Sign Language. I want to learn ASL. And part of the reason for wanting to learn ASL was because I was watching this TV show on the Netflix, and what's the name of it? There's another hospital TV show like Grey's Anatomy, but it's in New York City in this fake name hospital. Amsterdam. Wait, is that the name of the TV show? New Amsterdam? And it's actually really good. I enjoyed it. But the most recent, the last season, or at least the most recent episodes that I saw, they had a few episodes there where one of the doctors, she is deaf, and she communicates via sign language. And it was actually really neat because I think they started doing the captions when she spoke, kind of like another language, you do the captions, but then they started doing captions for when she was doing ASL. And then there's one episode where it was 2 deaf doctors speaking in ASL to each other, but there were no captions at all. So it was like you had to put the captions on. You had to turn the captions on through the TV service versus them putting the captions on the screen for you.
Mile, continue driving straight at exit 8 onto I-464
at first I'm like, man, what are they saying? What, you know? But because TV has the option available to turn off and on the captions, I did, so I could understand what the conversation was all about, and it was really neat. And I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting. And we, as flight instructors, we use sign language all the time, right? In the sense of we abbreviate things, like, for example, language. We'll just put up an L and mouth it, and we've gotten decent, I think, at reading each other's lips, where the guys can have a conversation, particularly like Ray and Zach and Cameron and Brian, the guys that have been doing it for a long time. It's like everything's in context also, right? I think this means hot, right? Because it has to do with the facial expression as well, like hot, right? Versus and cold, like you're shivering, right? I learned those two signs today. I think this is the word for signs, because I started watching this one Instagram page. I think it popped up on my Instagram feed one day.
Straight at exit 8 onto I-464 south towards Chesapeake.
This young lady was doing sign language. She's latent deaf. She became deaf. She was born with hearing, but as a result of some brain surgeries, the deaf chick, MK, I think is what it says at the end. I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on, and I'm looking at the signs. I just follow, because I thought her method of teaching it is really cool. So she basically does, come on in. She does a sign for the day. And so I'm learning American Sign Language. And so I wonder, is there like a Tagalog Sign Language also? Philippine Sign Language, or is American Sign Language the universal sign language for deaf people? But at iFly, our numbering system is different when we speak in terms of numbers. We just call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so as instructors, we communicate with each other, with the driver particularly, the airflow controller. And all right, the shades have got to come on for a few moments here before I get in the tunnel.
Continue on to I-464 south towards Chesapeake now.
So when we want to get to a certain speed, for example, we want. And speed is not in terms of miles per hour. We speak in terms of speed of percentage of power being applied to the fans. So for example, if we turn the power, we used 100% power, so 100 or topped out, right? 100% power, we can generate wind speeds at iFly, Virginia Beach, of 160 miles per hour, which has been governed, of course, to not go higher than that. But that's how we have our settings at our wind tunnel. And so if we say we want to get 90% power, we would say 90, right? And the driver would then turn the knob and set the setting for the wind speed to 90% power, which will equate to, upwards of 150 miles per hour. You could do the math if you want to. It's a linear progression. So 50% power is 80 miles per hour. 75% power would be 120 miles per hour, for example. And so it's not a curve, it's pretty linear. But this is not 6 in American Sign Language. This is 6 in American Sign Language. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 in American Sign Language. And so, yeah. I mean, do we need to change the way we speak in terms of the numbers at the tunnel? We've got a good thing going. I'm not going to make any changes. This is just something that I want to learn, because I'd like that capability of being able to communicate and speak in American Sign Language to people that are deaf, and lifelong learning, right? If we're not learning, well, I don't know. You end that phrase. If you ain't learning, you ain't trying. Right? You ain't growing. If you ain't learning, you ain't learning. If you ain't learning, then you're dumbing. You're being tunga. So, yeah. Lifelong learning happens to be one of the tenets of one of the tenets, if you will, of Elevate Your Leadership, which is a leadership curriculum that Robert Pizzini wrote a book about called Elevate Your Leadership. If you're interested in taking a look at that, there's a link to it actually, jasonlavarius.com. and at the very bottom of that page, you'll see a picture of Pizzini. He giving me a book, a copy of his Elevate Your Leadership book. So I am in the Portsmouth Tunnel, which goes under the Elizabeth River. Traffic is slow. Okay, I got the recirculation button, so I'm not sucking in air from the carbon monoxide. It's stagnant in the tunnel, even though they pump the air clean. But I need to turn the chat off because I see things, so none. So I'm not distracted by the chat. The only reason why I saw it that time because I don't have the glare. I don't have the glare in the TV on my phone screen. But I think I'm doing a pretty good job right now. You know, don't want to jinx myself because you never say, "Well, I'm never going to get into an accident." Nope, we are going to get into an accident. You know, you drive, you get in the car, you're going to get into an accident. And if you didn't, guess what? You got lucky this time, this go around. And so consider that a blessing. Consider that a good thing. And you never talk about the good things because the good things will will run out. Right? So yeah, I'm gonna crash. I just gotta make sure that I do my best to not crash. All right. So I grew up driving in New Jersey.
264 West.
And I grew up, my dad, when he first immigrated to the U.S., he was a taxi driver in New York City while he went, wow, those clouds look cool. The sun up above them like that. Yeah, so of course he taught me how to drive. And I'm 100% comfortable driving in New York City. No issues at all. I use my horn like a New Yorker, that's for darn sure. But defensive driving, always, right? So, yeah, you see me constantly looking at my rearview mirrors and monitoring what's around me. You know, full situational awareness. I mean, that's why those tools exist. The 2 side view mirrors, rearview mirror, you know. My front view mirror, my windshield. So I can see, have full situational awareness of everywhere. But you know what? At the same time, you know, if you've driven overseas, if you know, holy cow, yeah, there are lines in the road. But I'm on a 3-lane road right now, 3-lane highway. And those Italians, they'll turn this into 6. The Filipinos, holy cow! When I was in Manila. You know, my cousins picked me up from the airport in their jeepney, right? And man, I'll tell you what, we were so close. We were rubbing, but we weren't actually touching. You know what? If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. What movie was that from? Not Talladega Nights. If you ain't rubbing, you ain't. Rubbin's racing. I think is a quote. Rubbin's racing. Oh, with Tom Cruise. What's the name of that movie? I know someone put it on the chat already, but nope. Days of Thunder. Days of Thunder. Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, the guy from The Walking Dead. And Guardians of the Galaxy, he was in it too. His character was Cole Trickle. No, Tom Cruise's character was Cole Trickle. Robbins Racing. I think that's where that quote came from. Or that's where, you know, they're referring to. All right, let me take a quick look at my directions here. My estimated time of arrival at my destination is 8:18. I told him that I'm going to be checking in close to 9 p.m. because, and you know what? Hopefully, I've got enough sun to maintain this drive stream, and if it just gets crappy, you know, later on where it's like it's not even worth it anymore, I'll shut it down. But yeah, I'm moving out. Got some good traffic. Oh, you're not supposed to talk about traffic. It's gonna get bad now. Right? We used to say that about we never talk about traffic and we never talk about the weather, especially when you're about to do some skydiving, because those clouds will just start rolling in. This one time at band camp, let's see, 2.8 miles, I-664, US 13. I know, right? I could take my eye off the road to read my navigation directions, which are right down here. But it's big to see. You know, the cell phone, the text on the chat, too small. I really have to take my eyes off the road to read what's going on in there. So, whew. I was talking about something else earlier and I forgot what I was talking about. And I know you guys are reminding me on the chat. I should have brought coffee with me. But I'll be making a stop at about the hour and a half mark. That Pilot, I think it is. Nope, not Pilot. Loves. It's the halfway mark. And if I'm feeling fine, I'll keep rolling out. Because no need to make a 10-minute stop. Or I do, you know. We shall see. To be determined, to say the least. And I do like to interact, you know, I do like to interact with the chat.
In 1.5 miles, turn right at the exit onto I-664.
Check. Right onto the exit for I-664. There it is. But yeah, I remember being in Manila there. They picked me up in the jeepney, and the cars were so close together. I mean, I literally high-fived every time I got next to somebody. I'd high-five somebody. My cousins were cracking up. What are you doing? I'm like, they're right there. High-five with the people in the jeepney next to me because, you know, no windows, right? So funny. But yeah, I think I was there visiting for what, a month? No. I had a month of total leave because I just graduated the academy, just graduated college, and one of the things I wanted to do was visit the Philippines. For the second time, I went there as a child, and when I was 10 years old.
In 1/2 mile, turn right at the exit onto I-664 towards Bowers Hill.
Visited there, and the first thing that I did when I returned to the U.S. was I called my parents up and I thanked them for raising my brother and I in the U.S. Because wow, what a at least from the things that I saw there, you know, there's kids, you know.
Turn right onto I-664 towards Bowers Hill now.
Looked like they were bathing, if you will, in the water on the side of the road. It's like, wow, man.
In 1.25 miles, turn right onto exit 13A.
And, you know, I mean, my cousins weren't living poorly, you know. They had, because mom and dad, they'd send money back home, you know, or they'd send a balik biayan box back home with all the stuff. And, not the best conditions, you know, not the conditions that I grew up in. And we didn't have, like, we weren't, my parents weren't wealthy or anything like that at all. But they worked hard, they invested, they saved their money. They don't spend their money on frivolous things like drones.
In 1/2 mile, turn right onto exit 13A.
Right? But they raised my brother and I very, very well, and certainly very blessed. And so, Mom and Dad, if you're on the stream, thank you very much. Love you guys. And I hope you come visit us and spend Christmas with us this holiday. So, yeah.
Turn right onto exit 13A now.
My brother and his family are going to come stay with us for Christmas, or for right after Christmas into the New Year this season. We were there last year. And I just didn't feel like traveling to Texas this year. Because I would want to drive again. But if we were to drive again, and honey, my wife, my beautiful wife, if you're on, yes, we will not do the 24-hour straight drive that I prefer to do. Which scares the crap out of you because I get tired. This freaking guy. Really? Doing the speed limit, fools. That's why they're passing like that.
Proceed 5 miles
increased.
on the current road.
But yeah, if we decide to drive again to Texas or when, then what we'll do is we'll make sure we actually stop and enjoy the scene. We'll find a spot in the middle. We can Nashville? Somewhere in the middle, so it's not so bad of a drive. Because it's like 12 hours to Nashville, I think, from here, and then 12 hours there. So, yeah, because I'm dumb. I want to drive straight through. Oh, I'm fine, let's go, you know. We did that once. I think it was a 26-hour straight through drive that I did. But that's when I was younger. When we did that drive straight through? 2014? 15. I think it was 2015. Because we drove straight through there and then we drove straight through back. And we were kind of on a timeline on the way back home because we had, let's see, we drove to Texas, spent like a week or two, maybe a week out there, and then we had commitments on a Sunday night, and we were planning to drive back leave there on Friday so that we could get home by Saturday night, be fresh for an event that we had to go to on Sunday. And we had to go to this event because we were hosting this event. And what I did was, it was for the Saints Ball, our son's Catholic middle school. They have an annual auction, and during this auction, you know, that's enough. I just thought of another story from that auction that they had. But you know, I bid on a bunch of prizes because I was drinking, I was having a good time, and I was like, yeah, I'll bid on that. I'll bid on this and that. And so I won like 2 auctions, maybe 3 auctions. One auction was for like a Buffalo Wild Wings spread for a Super Bowl party that included a TV. And so I was like, yeah, you know, we could use another big screen TV in the house, you know. And so, you know, and all the money goes to the school. It's a benefit, you know, charitable organization, the church or whatever. And so, yeah, I won that package. And then, you know, the next package that was on the auction block was for, and I think that was the year that Star Wars, the newest, no, not the newest, but the episode 1 was coming out. I think that's what it was for episode 1 to come out. And so what I did was, what the package was for a private viewing of episode 1 at the movie theater for, let's say, 100 people. In other words, it was an auction for one movie screen, for one movie, you know, studio. So I won that. And part of the reason why I won it was because everyone's like, Jason, you should bid on this. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, yeah. I was like, but I don't have 100 friends. I was like, let me see. 1, 2, 3. All you guys are my friends. There's 10 people at the table. I have 10 friends. So they were like, yo, if you win it, everybody, we'll all chip in. And I was like, all right. But there was only like 10 of us at the table, you know, and of course they had their kids, so they bought their fair share of tickets. And so I basically had, let's say, 100 tickets to go into the movie theater, private showing for Star Wars Episode 1 in 2015. And yeah, I'm bid, and there's this other folks down the road, a few tables over, that were bidding on it also, and I just, you know, can't stop me. Kept raising my flag, my number, and yeah, I won this this Star Wars package, private viewing of for 100 tickets. And so what was pretty cool about that though was, yeah, I didn't have any tickets left over, I don't recall. You know, everybody chipped in their share of the for the things, for the tickets, which was pretty awesome.
In 3/10 of a mile, make a slight left turn onto Suffolk Northern Bypass.
And that was a fun event, watching Star Wars. In fact, you know, I remember right before. Let's see, where am I supposed to turn here? No.
Make a slight left turn now.
Okay, good.
Proceed 5 miles on the current road.
Thank you for telling me to make that slight left turn here, because I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to go that way. But yeah, I guess my thank you remarks to everybody that chipped in for their tickets for that evening included me demonstrating how we should eat popcorn, especially if you like butter. Because what they do is they allow you to get your own butter now. I guess at the movie theater, they don't put it on the thing. You put the popcorn underneath the thing, and next thing you know, you get your own butter. I was like, had a cup of butter. I was like, yeah, you could do like this. You eat the popcorn, then you drink the butter, right? And everybody goes like, but yeah, that's I wouldn't drink butter anymore these days because apparently it's bad for you, right? But I remember going through training, and we were sitting in the chow hall one night, middle of the night, eating some like Cracker Barrel, and we were cold, wet and sandy, and I just started. They had like butter packets on the table, on the galley, and so I just started taking some sugar, sprinkling it on the butter, and just started eating the butter. And the guy's like, "What are you doing, sir?" I'm like, "Calories, man. I need calories to stay warm." It was during Hell Week. Need calories to stay warm, so I'm eating butter. Put hot sauce on the butter, put some salt on the butter, and just eating the butter. And they're just looking at me eat the butter, eat all the butter on the table. And then I got up to go to another table to get their butter, and the instructor's like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Did you get enough food? Because you can only eat so much food also, because you eat the food and then they make you go running, and so now you're puking up your food." And so I was like, this is how I'm gonna make sure that I keep the calories, because you can only eat so much and not puke it up. So ate my food, ate my butter, and I was good to go. Right? What if I did this? Can you see a difference in the lighting? All right, what's my next turn? 2.8 miles, US 460, Petersburg. So that night during the St. Ball auction, I brought my service dog with me, Maggie, and so we had just gotten her. And I think we've had her for 6 months. So it was 2015. Yes, because we didn't move into the new house until 2016. We were still in the other house. That sunset's kind of cool, huh? The suns are blasting. You can see the sun rays blasting through the clouds. The sky's overcast over there. So I brought my service dog with me to the hotel, because Severin was too young to stay, at home by himself with just the dog. And so Severin went to go stay with friends that evening for that weekend. And let's see. Brought Maggie with us. We put her in the room with TV on, a bowl of water and some treats and stuff like that. But she doesn't like to not be around me. She's got to be around us. Well, needless to say, we're we left her in the room, went to the ball, partying it up, right? And when it was time for me to pick up my my TV. My winnings from the auction, right? Well, I got the TV loaded on cart, and it was walking it over into the, what do you call it? Into my room, into our room. And so I walked it to the room, and I'm like, "Hey, Maggie, where are you? You under the bed?" She was not in the room. She had escaped. And she can escape. She can escape those kennels where you pinch it like this, and then it retracts the bar up and down. You know, the bars, they do like this, and they slide up and down. She can open that, and she got out of the room. Houdini dog.
In 3/10 of a mile, make a slight right turn onto US 460 and then make a slight right turn.
US 460, right. Well, she got out of the room. And then she not only got out of the room, she's running up and down the hallway, apparently. And slight right here. Yep.
Make a slight right turn now and then make a slight right turn. In 1/4 mile, make a slight right turn onto US 460 West.
I guess because she was running up and down the hallway, somebody, saw her, and I guess
Make a
at least
slight
once the door
right turn
opened, she
now.
bolted out the door. The person that opened the door couldn't contain her, or couldn't stop her. And you're not gonna stop this mean-ass looking dog.
Proceed on Pruden Boulevard.
And she's only 250 pounds, but she's got the crazy look on her face. She looks mean, scary dog. Man, is it gonna start raining now? Well, she got out, and it was raining outside. Not hard, at least, but it was basically when I went around looking for her. I'm like, where could she have gone? Because when I was looking around and calling the front desk and saw some people that were trying to capture her, actually, you looking for that brown dog? I was like, yeah, that's my dog. And they're like, yeah, we saw her. We keep trying to catch her, but we couldn't. She just keeps running away. We call her, we get close, and then she's gone. Because, of course, she's a Belgian Malinois. She's fast. She was running around all over the place in the dark. And I was like, where could she have gone? My concern, of course, was the busy road it wasn't too far away because the hotel was in set. What is that place called? I forgot what it's called. Regent University is nearby to it. But I was like, I'll bet you she's at the truck. And sure enough, there she was waiting at the truck for us. She couldn't find us. Clearly, she lost our scent. Otherwise, she would have come and found us. But she was just waiting at the truck. Apparently, that scent was stronger than what she could track. But she tracked her way all the way back to the truck, and she was waiting there in the rain. So she jumped up on me. I'm wearing my tux, and now I'm all muddy because she was in the grass and in dirt and mud, running away from the people that were trying to capture her. She's like, "You're not my people. I'm out. Peace." So, yeah, she was not getting caught by anybody, and she was just waiting for me or Victoria to get back to the truck, and there she was, soaking wet. So I dried her butt off as best as I could, and instead of leaving her in the room again, because she would just escape again, I brought her into the ball with me. And Victoria's like, "What are you doing? What happened to you?" And I told her the story, and yeah, Houdini dog. All right, at a stoplight, quick look at the chat while I can. And Biagti, thanks for sticking around. George, awesome. Kidney Warrior, great. All right, moving out. Chat's going off. So none, hide all chat. Keep me from getting distracted and looking at chat, because this would probably be the bad place to be looking at the chat, for one, because it is I've got traffic on both sides, oncoming traffic in the other lane. So I must be diligent in my driving. And like I said, I will stop. I'll stop or when I'm stopped, I'll pause and look at the chat. But I've got it hidden right now so that I am not distracted. And that would be cool if I could straight chat with you, talk your ear off, right? Talk my voice out all the way to Hampton, Sydney, or at least the hotel that I'm staying at. Hopefully it's not raining when I get there. It's supposed to have cleared up by 6 o'clock and stop raining there. Maybe that's why it's raining now, because we're getting the rain from Hampton, Sydney, from Farmville, that is. Yep, timeline's still the same. I'm gonna get into the slow lane. One lane between me and the oncoming traffic. In fact, I can do this. You can see what I'm looking at. I'm gonna do like this. Oops. different taste of the of my DriveStream. So yeah, they're doing construction on the oncoming, on one of the lanes in the oncoming traffic. Maybe they're making it wider, which is why it is like that. But yeah, it's not a bad drive. Even though right now it's 35 miles per hour, which is part of the reason why it does take, this long to get there. Because it's only, when I started, it said 142 miles to go to Hampton, Sydney. And so, it's a nice drive. And the speed limit now is 55 miles per hour on this 4-lane road, which it has just turned into, which is great. And such. So what do you guys think? What do you think of my DriveStream so far? Put it in the chat. In fact, on that note, if you wanted to email me something like, hey, you should consider this, like for example, I talked about the mobile hotspot. Right? I think when I was looking online yesterday, I saw something about a mobile router, and want to know how much different that is in comparison to a mobile hotspot. Like, is that a device that is like a mobile hotspot but gives me the ability to connect devices to it for that tethered connection, so I'm not Bluetoothing to it, which will cause a degradation of video quality, which is I think what had happened that during that 5-hour live stream. If you had gotten a chance to take a look at that and watch that one, I was using my mobile hotspot to my iPad and streaming that way, and so for some reason it was just a very poor connection. I mean, overall, I mean, I got 5G. It's a 5G cell phone, 5G service out there, and it was, yeah, I had poor connection. At least the stream was very poor, which led me to the idea of, and I forget, the quality seemed okay when I was rewatching the DriveStream from yesterday morning when I was testing out my laptop, mobile hotspotting, connecting to the internet via mobile hotspot, and whatnot. But yeah, it was one of those things where it was like, I wonder, it wasn't too bad, but the connection between cell phone and iPad seemed to be poor. And so that's why I want to get this, or want to look at getting this mobile router, or at least being able to tether directly from a mobile hotspot unit to the laptop to do these drive streams, because there'll be times when my wife will drive the truck, right, honey? She doesn't drive this truck, but maybe she will down the road, so that I can do my live stream while I'm driving and manipulating the computer and talking and actually doing some cool interaction with y'all. But yeah, ideas anyway, right? Ideas, to say the least. Yeah. Man, it's starting to rain out here. I wonder who else is hanging out with me on this chat right now. Obviously, can't see. Would like to, but not going to. Gotta be safe, right? Gotta be safe. And part of this drive stream is keeping me safe in the sense of I'm staying awake, staying engaged, because right now it's boring. I mean, I've done this a couple times and it's boring, and I've gotten tired because that's what happens. You get tired when you're moving out, But I had a good sleep last night. Didn't spend too much time exerting energy while I was at work today. Didn't get in the wind tunnel. Fly this morning. Even though I wanted to, I thought about it. There was the guys were doing some training. But again, always want to get training. Again, training is lifelong learning. Once again, one of the tenets of the Elevate Your Leadership book. And yeah, if you decide to get the book, in fact, if you want a signed copy of the book, let me know. We can work something out if you. All right, speed limit's decreasing. We'll figure something out if that's something you're interested in getting. Because I work for Bob, the Robert Pizzini, the part owner of iFly Virginia Beach Indoor Skydiving, and author of Elevate Your Leash, which can be found via my link on my webpage, jasonlavarius.com. So, whew, yeah, raining a little bit out here. It's not too bad. I mean, the speed limit has decreased from 55 to 35 in this rural area. But I'm still moving out. And I am actually getting a little bit hungry right now. Which makes me wonder, do I want to stop? And I've got Cliff Bars with me, which is, I brought Cliff Bars so that I can snack. Get back into the farther lane. I have a feeling it will. I'm not going to talk about the weather. It'll be cool to be able to take a pause from the drive if I were to stop at a light here at some point. Also, catch up on the chat and say hello to everybody that's in there. Yeah, I wonder how the signal quality is right now as well. Again, yeah, if you've got ideas on how to make this better for you as an audience that enjoys listening to me yammer on and talk, please let me know. I know there are different formats for live stream. We're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about that, as opposed to me jumping from one subject to another and segueing into something else as we go, which I kind of like doing. I mean, it's freestyling over here, you know? Oh, excuse me. All right, so let's see. I flew the Millennium Falcon this week. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I don't remember. But yeah, I flew it yesterday. And that was pretty awesome. Just because I saw, to be able to see the Millennium Falcon just flying around you. I did not have the Millennium Falcon Star Wars Starship toy as a kid. I only had the action figures. But my friends had it. One of my friends had the Millennium Falcon Starship. I guess they call it the play set, right? Which was like, what, $60 at the time? Right? Now Lego's got the Millennium Falcon thing. You know what? That would be a cool model to build. I would not fly it just because it would be a pain in the butt to put back together, because I'll crash it. Right? Yeah, I crashed that sucker. Whoa, that guy came in on that turn a little quick. Probably saw that in the chat there. So yeah, you know what? Whoever's on board with me right now, it looks like it says on my phone, at least the top corner there, one viewer. Thank you so much for sticking around. And it fluctuates. It goes from 1 to 2. So I'm really not sure how accurate it is. There could be 10 people on there, and I'm pretty sure it's not 10 people though. But relatively accurate, I guess. Accurate enough, right? Woo. But what I'll do is I'll play this again later, fast forwarding it, because I would like to try to attempt to pinpoint where exactly the signal goes bad, like when it starts to pixelate, and if it goes bad, and when I think I made it all the way there once. Straight 3 hours of driving, straight 3 hours of live streaming, with a real quick break at that Love's rest area. So that's another thing, you know, I'd like to be able to leave the live stream on but take my phone with me. But we don't need to have a Naked Gun moment. Remember that part in the movie The Naked Gun? Leslie Nielsen, he's mic'd up, he's in that panel. he drinks so much water, then he has to go to the bathroom. I had one of those moments already with my microphones at home when I did that one. I think it was another 3-hour live stream when I did the unboxing of the DJI Aveda Explorer Kit drone. And so, yeah, that way if someone were to break into the vehicle or steal the truck, I could turn it off with my phone. You know, I would be notified that the alarm is sounding, and I can cut it off if that's what I'm doing midstream. Go and find out what is going on with my vehicle right now. You know? Oh wow, someone stole it. Press disable vehicle and it'll shut off. Lock the inhabitants in the car, in the truck, and have the authorities go and arrest them. Chances are, if they broke into the vehicle, they could break it. You know, the window's down, and so they'll be able to get out anyway. So, but at least I would have my vehicle still, and ideally the contents of the vehicle would have not gotten stolen. So, yep. Let's see, what is GP time now? Is 6 o'clock, so we're at 2 hours away. Been chatting with you guys for a good hour already, so thank you very much for indulging me, for allowing me to indulge you, and for sticking around on my drive stream. And so, yeah, so mobile hotspot, connect to that via a tether, via Ethernet cable, connect the laptop to that. That way I can then have a tethered camera that's a smaller footprint, so it's not as big as a cell phone on the screen. I would have a wire hanging down, or, you know, if I really like the format, I just extend the wire, you know, basically make it longer, and hide that wire in the upholstery of the truck. Basically, I would have it go from, for example, I would have the camera hanging next to the rearview mirror, mounted there, run the wire up and around the headliner to the B post, I think is what it's called, of the car. Because I think the A post is the front post. Ooh, turn the windshield wipers off. Get that squeaky squeak. Oh, it's still dribbling in a little bit. Yeah, I think it's called A post is the front one. Next one is B post. Basically, the vertical pillars of the vehicle. So the very forward pillar is called the A post. I could be wrong. Google it up. Let me know. Correct me if I am wrong. And I appreciate being corrected, for one, because it allows me to make sure that I'm using correct terminology and saying the right things and not the wrong things in the future. So if we are an hour into this drive, I've got another half hour, maybe 40 minutes until the stop, which should be cool. I might take it to get obviously to use the facilities and to get a snack. Save my Cliff Bar for another time. Maybe I need my Cliff Bar tomorrow for lunch, because I need to eat a combat lunch. Because first game is at 11, second game I think is at 3. Assume an hour and a half between hour and a half game, hour and a half match. So they'll be done. We'll say 1. They got a 2-hour break, which will give me a chance to either take a nap, charge batteries for one, definitely, and go from there. Check this out. So DJI Mavic 3 Pro Cine is what I'll be flying overhead for this weekend. The weather says it's going to be good. No airspace authorization required because I am in special use airspace. If I recall. And so, let's see. So I'll be flying the DJI Mavic 3 Pro. And I've only got 3 batteries, and I thought about buying, several more batteries. But I don't think I need to. I think I'll be fine with just the 3. Because it will charge to 90, we'll call it 90%. I've seen it at 92%, but I've not seen exactly when it goes to 90%. But the charging block registers an input power for the charging of batteries to decrease into the charging block of the battery. And so when that happens, I know it's at 90%. 90%, that's good enough to start flying with, because charging it from 90 to 100% will take another half an hour. See what I'm saying? So in other words, start it with 3 full batteries, do a quick change on a battery, and then once I have quick change battery, I will, quick change the battery, get it back in the air, so I get back on the game, and then once it's back in position, that's when I can start charging the other battery, considering that it's not too hot, because I'll let it sit down and cool off before we put expose it back to the heat again, the heat of charging, because it will get hot when it starts to charge. It's just it's electricity, it's electrons flowing, right? So, I wonder how the video looks to you guys right now, because this is the rear-facing camera, of the phone. Front-facing camera is the camera that is on the screen, or directly looking at you, so you can see the screen. So, when I look at the phone right now, I would be able to see the landscape in front of me. Yawn a little bit, loud, I want to do loud yawn, but I don't want to blow your speakers out. Check out that truck on the right, red. I think they call it COE, cab over engine truck. It was pretty cool looking. I only know that because I saw this episode, I think it's called of a TV show called Rags to Riches or something like that, and they really wanted a COE truck. Scout International, I think, is a manufacturer, to test drive it. They found it, they fixed it up, and that's what they do. They sell or trade it in for more money. What a cool business idea, right? So, yeah, and they did a show, and I actually really liked the show. It's one of those shows that they seem to be down to earth, not fake people doing the deed. I had to bust that red light. All right, let's look at the chat. Well, I got 30 seconds here, live chat. All right, so George, thank you. Dusty, thank you. Nice sky indeed. Savvy, you're still with me as well. Thank you. Dominic, yes, it was raining. It is no longer raining. All right, chat's going off. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you sticking around and hanging out. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated from several perspectives. I know that I need to entertain you, for one, because you're there. And I want to entertain, if you will, by just telling my stories, telling you about what I've got going on and this and that, which helps me stay awake. So thank you for giving me an opportunity to be safe by staying awake and by listening to my stories, even if you're not actually listening, you know. And it does help with watch hours, because the channel will monetize. It's not monetized yet. In order to monetize your channel, you've got to have at least 1,000 subscribers. At least the program that I'm in. I think there's another stipulation where you only need 500 subscribers, and 3,000 watch hours. So 500 and 3,000, or 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours. And I don't remember if they gave me the choice at the time when I started to go on the path to monetization, but the payouts are more, and not that I'm even close to being monetized right now either, because the last time I looked, I've only got 1,300 watch hours. You know, and talking to many other YouTube live streamers and YouTubers that are monetized already, they're just listening to what they do. They have these, for example, silent night live streams where they're just playing a live stream video, and people will go in there and watch it for a minute, 2 minutes at a time, an hour at a time, whatever, which helps with, I guess, their watch hours. It's giving them watch hours, which is great, you know. And I appreciate my audience doing the same for me also. They watch my videos, and I mean, they're playing in the background, which is, I guess, acceptable as well. YouTube cannot tell whether or not it is them just not actually listening versus them listening to each of my videos in order to help towards that monetization of the channel. So this does help towards that, you know. And then, so this will, let's say this turns into a 3-hour live stream. If I had 3 people that stayed on, do the math, right? So that's 9 watch hours in the 3-hour period, which is great for me, obviously. Right? The more channels that are on and watching, you know, that adds to the watch hour side of things. And so this will be posted once it renders completely and is done with posting. It'll be posted, done with processing. It'll be posted to the other viewers to watch, to rewatch. Oh, he said something funny at this point. You know, he said something very informative at this point. And know what I want to do also for one. When you, my audience, hear something that's funny or, you know, very important, like, oh, that's actually really worth saying again, do me a favor and write it down maybe and send me that timestamp of when you heard that, even if it's an approximate timestamp and what it is you heard. And I might be able to clip it from that video because it is living on, on YouTube. And that's what we're doing, you know, we're YouTubing, being a YouTuber. I am getting a little bit tired. She got that sky, kind of purplish orange. Looks like sherbet. Orange sherbet. Now I feel like eating ice cream. You know, I remember I eat ice cream while I'm driving sometimes. Unsafe. I know, right? Whew. Do I want to eat something now? Or do I want to wait another 15, 20 minutes until I get to that rest area? Do I want to get to that rest area? You're live. Alright, so I hope that I was able to keep you guys on. I lost the signal back there for just a few moments. I am on 5G network, and so I know they got rid of a bunch of LG towers, and hopefully they'll eventually replace all 4G towers with 5G. Does that mean you've got to actually remove a full cell phone tower and put another one up? I think that just means, one, installing new equipment on that particular tower that's 5G capable, and then getting new 5G capable equipment and installing it on that tower itself. I think it's as easy as that. I could be completely wrong. But that would be cool. In fact, I was looking on the computer the other day. Cox Mobile does not offer a mobile hotspot, so it's like, oh, interesting. Should I consider changing? Yes, no, I guess. Right? Just depends on what one wants to spend their time, effort, and money into. And so, wow, I'm actually getting really tired right now. So I'm looking forward to that. Long as I keep turning the air conditioning up down from cold, and then up, and then yeah, turning it up when it's hot. No, turning it down from when it's hot, turning it up when it gets cold. But they're two cool animals. I did not bring any of them with me today. Maggie and, oh my gosh, did I just do that? Why am I talking about my cat? Our cat passed away a couple years ago. Am I getting that tired? I was looking at cat videos earlier today on my lunch break. I was eating my lunch. I was like, oh, that's a funny cat video. I know you look at those cat videos too, don't lie. They're fun. You know, bundles of joy. Right? Speaking of bundles of joy, look at that sky. Is that awesome? I mean, it is 6:17 right now. Sunset, I believe, is at 6:30 in this area. But it looks bright. It looks awesome. Pinos, there's the Virginia Diner. I keep talking about stopping there. Plantation peanuts sold here. That's the thing. If you want, you know, food souvenirs, you get ham and or peanuts. Virginia ham, Virginia peanuts is the thing. Barbecue. It's Daddy's. Daddy's barbecue. Stop. Daddy's. Daddy's. It's so weird. Daddy's. I don't know why. It's funny to me. Because I'm weird. Pretty cool. Just took a glance at the phone camera. Camera screen, and the sky, the screen seems a lot brighter than real life right now, which is awesome. All right, look at that. We got some wetness here. Be a little bit more diligent because when on a fresh rain, that's the worst time. Look on the right. There's a airfield. That blue building on the right there is like a hangar. Excuse me. But yeah, the worst time to drive is right after a new rain because, or in the middle of that new rain. That rain, it's causing all the oils in the ground to come to the surface as opposed to stay buried. Not being polluted, at least as far as I know. Whoa. Right? And so it's what's I saying again? I lost my train of thought because I was smacked in the face to stay awake. Yeah, I'm hungry. You're definitely stopping. The question is, what do I want to eat? I know they got some pretty good burritos. It's good, quick, easy eating there. And if it's bad enough, I'll turn the live stream off as far as lighting goes, because it may not even be worth it at that point. For you, as my viewing audience, to watch it, continue to watch. So we'll see. is 6:20 right now. I'm on track for an 8:13 arrival at the hotel. I think it was this dark when my son was driving back to Hampton, Sydney when he came to visit in the beginning of October. Maybe 2 weeks ago, he came down. He came from Hampton, Sydney, and he left the house at 6, which put him back there at 9. So yeah, it was maybe a little bit darker. So clearly he made it there safe and sound. Which, of course, his dad always concerned. He was not drive streaming. He doesn't, So, yeah, it was hypocritical of me, if you will, to do this. But now I'm doing it in a way that's, safer. So, thank you, of course, to my wife to encourage me to be safe as well. You gotta do it, right? Be smart about it. On the right is a cotton field. If you want to go cotton picking. You probably have to go stop over at the farm, locate who the owner is, and ask if you can pick some of their cotton. Because it's not, let's go pick some cotton. It's not like that. You gotta go and ask if it's okay. And the funny thing is, we just passed by this house for this cotton field. Which house does this field belong to? Looks like there's two. There's a driveway here. Don't know. Good question. I don't know. Could be the house that's here on the right, coming up now. So, yeah, my understanding also, sometimes the farmer, they might own the field, right? But that might not be his crop. Sometimes the crop belongs to somebody else. Like where I fly the drones over at the AMA Three Oaks Flyers Club. That field of corn does not belong to the owner of the land. It belongs to somebody else, is what I was told. And so because it belongs to somebody else, clearly he's getting money from the rent of that. Someone mentioned to me that they don't even make a lot of money off the corn off. It's all feed corn. So it's like, why bother planting anything there in the first place? Why don't you plant the stuff that you're going to make money from it? But I guess they need the nutrients that's left as a result of the corn crop to be left in the sand, or in the dirt, to be left in the dirt of that cornfield. So yeah, I've slowed down a little bit just because the rain does make things a little bit hard to see. On a 4-lane road. Got to be watching out also for oncoming runaways, drivers, so I can stop, or if not stop, then at least move out of the way. All right, right along. Tried something different with this back roll, which I like, but then don't like now. Feel pretty good. Oh wow, now it's really great. Check that out. At least the lighting seems pretty good in comparison. Yeah. Still has me on track for the arrival. I am the Sydney and the true hotel. My timeline for tomorrow morning is, because I'm going to go to bed early tonight. And it's soon that it will be raining. Not raining at the farm. In fact, I wonder how the noise is compared. Oh, said, no viewers right now. So maybe I'll take a break from talking. I don't know when the last viewer dropped off or when somebody comes on, I'll just start talking again. But, all good. Or maybe there's viewers on right now, it's just not registered. Cell phone signal went out. Hopefully maybe that's why I have no more viewers right now, because it's just gonna feel bad noise wise. Because it is pretty loud. Let's take a look at the chat. Chat. Alright, SD, still good to go. A little loud. Alright. How I don't see the timestamps on this, so it says 0 viewers. What do you see for viewers on your end, George? Dusty, I still see, I think you're still there. Stop and put your drone up. No kidding. I gotta be there by 9 o'clock because I told the hotel that I'll be checking in at 9. Yeah, and I don't know how to turn the gain down on the thing. Interesting, so you're on. Okay, just you, George. Well, thanks, brother. I appreciate you chilling. What do you got going on tonight? Oh, driving again. Gotta turn the chat off. So, yeah, on my side, I got... What the fuck are you doing? I don't have my signal on. Idiot. Yep, we've got heavy rain now. And I think this rain came from Hampton, Sydney. This is the last the weather report that I looked at. It showed a... Real fast. Cool. And you know what? This will make for a good B-roll later on in the future. Driving in the rain. And I'm going slow, 35 miles per hour. I should be going 55. So getting there. Good thing I brought my raincoat. And I think I've got my rain pants. I did not bring my rain boots though. Not that I have rain boots, but I bring a second pair of boots. Anticipated. It to be sunny tomorrow. I'm going to slow down a little bit more. That's a lot of rain. That's as fast as my windshield wiper could go. Apologize for the sound it makes. You know what I could do? I wonder. Oh, you know what I could try to do? But I got the gain turned down real low on my microphone. I think I have to set the -60. Because I do have wired microphones. Like that microphone might be a delay. Just another idea I had. In fact, when I decided to do this laptop mobile studio idea, if I decide to do that, I might just continue. For all of us budding YouTubers, right, that are looking to monetize. This is simply another way to do that. Live stream. I did a 20-minute live stream. So as a result of that, people would get on later on if they couldn't make the live stream and watch my video later on. YouTube captures that, recognizes it as watch hours. So I'm going to get another 10 people to watch my video. We're going to for another maybe 10 minutes, so 20 minutes. That's still 100 minutes of watch time remaining. That's the result of watching by per person. So we do the math, right? So it's all about the numbers. It's all about making watch hours, making video for people to watch. Yeah, this is a drone channel, but I will talk about drones. You know, and I got sidetracked a lot from the drone talk that is. But if you didn't get a chance to see the live stream that I did from home using my laptop, trying out new equipment, I flew a Corellian Engineering Corporation YT-1300 light freighter. You might know it as the Millennium Falcon. So I flew it for the first time on Thursday, and let's talk about that a little bit. Because again, drone channel. But this drone, it's a toy. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, all drones are toys. You know, unless it's not a toy in the sense of we're using it for work. Even then, that particular drone, if you're using it just to capture and play with, you know, then it's not a. If you're playing with it, it's a toy. You know, but if you're using it, if you're using it for work, yeah, it's application. Yeah, slowing it down a little bit more. Man, it's great. You know, if I were to sing a song a cappella style, if I were to sing a song a cappella style, no music, would I get a copyright strike? Not that I know many songs, you know, by heart anyway. I literally know a handful of songs by heart. Now that I put myself on the spot, I can't think of the songs that I know. I mean, I know all the lullaby songs just because, oh my gosh, I would sing Severin to sleep every night when I would come home to work. It's a little louder. Yeah, a little more quiet now. For you guys, it's small raindrops, not the big ones that we had earlier. And look at that, it's weird. It's like it's lightening up ahead. The sun hasn't quite set. And we're just driving through the cloud. And I wonder if this storm cloud that we're just driving through is from Hipton, from Farmville. But there are some pretty cool spots to fly on this road. And so maybe what we'll do next time we do a drive stream going north, or maybe even, no, it might be too late tomorrow, but I'll charge up the batteries, you know, and I can get the drone in the air, fly it. But what would be sweet, and what I'd like to be able to do is live stream. I learned how to live stream from the RC Pro, but it would be its own live stream. Like I can't add that live stream to this live stream unless I were doing it through StreamYard, because you could restream the stream through StreamYard. I'll figure it out. Ideas, right? Ideas to make the mobile studio better, more funnish. Yeah, not that I see blue skies up ahead. I see sky. You know what the funny thing is about the songs that I do know? I don't even know the right words fully all the way through for some of them. Chorus, right? Just know the chorus. That's all you need to know. So you can bebop along when you're driving in a car. Right? So, yeah, and I really appreciate a lot of the, the live streams that I listen in on that have singing, because it's pretty good singing. I like it. I enjoy it. So thank you for providing me with that entertainment. My YouTube friends that are singers. George, if you're still on, you can sing too, bro. I'm sure you can, right? Got some. You probably got to. You're probably a baritone, yeah, or bass one. I'd be surprised if you're bass 2. That would be cool too. It's super low, like brrr, like you have a really low rumble voice. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of blue skies. Reminds me of that one Louis Armstrong song. I see skies of blue. Yeah, I can't sing. Completely tone deaf. And too many things blow up next to my ears. Too many loud noises. That's a big truck. I see skies of blue. Red roses too. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I know. Promise I will not quit my day job. It's like I only know the words if I'm singing along. The song. The real song. Yep. Maybe I'll learn some songs for the sake of that would be fun to get on one of your live streams, yeah? Have me sing a song that I know. And the funny thing, I don't know many. You know, I know one Tagalog song. Barely. Let's see, what is it? Bahay Kubo. My cousins are probably, if they're on, they're cracking up on me now. Yeah, I know one. Let's see, how's it go? Now I put myself on the spot again. Alright. Bahay Kubo kahit munti ang halaman doon ay sari-sari. Singkama sa totong sigarilyas at mani bataw tani. And for the non-Tagalog speaker like me, I know that it's about a house in the Philippines, and it's about a lot of those words are vegetables. Eggplant is a vegetable. Sigarilyas, I think, is bitter melon, garlic, and some type of a bean. Lima bean? There's more words, but I don't know it. I'll learn it. Who's cracking up right now? I want to see the laughing. I want to see you guys laughing in the chat. I know, right? A little bit of Tagalog accent comes out. It's kaunti lang, yeah? But, yeah, that's... There's another one I know, and I think I know. What is that one? Yeah, I don't remember what one that is now. I put myself on the spot. Don't know. Look, I got more viewers since I started singing, yeah? Are you entertained? Am I here for your entertainment? Whoa, that guy came out. I felt like he came out of nowhere. Give me a little bit of chill. Slow down just slightly. And I hope it clears up in the rest of this drive, because I don't like driving on the wet road just because there's a little bit of a glare with the headlights. You know, makes it that a little bit more unsafe. All good nonetheless. I hope you're enjoying this drive as much as I'm enjoying talking to you on my drive. You know, and again, can't read the chat. I turned the chat off on my side, so the chat is hidden, that is. You guys can continue to chat amongst yourselves. If you've got a video that you'd like to post and promote, go ahead and put a link directly to that video, or even just your channel on there, because I'm not able to give out blue wrenches. The blue wrench means that you're a standard moderator, which allows you to, when you hover your mouse on a person in the chat, click on it, it allows you to go directly to their channel as opposed to highlighting their name and then copy pasting it into the YouTube. And sometimes if they may not even be listed to the top, but it'll allow you to go directly to the channel when you have a blue wrench. If you don't, then you're not able to. You don't have that capability. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to live stream all the way until I get to this Loves. I'm gonna grab a quick bite to eat. Maybe say hello on the chat for a little bit, and that'll be in about 10 minutes. If you want to, add some things to the chat, say hello. And if you got something that you want me to look at, link-wise, like, hey Jason, check this out, please email that to me. My email is actually in the description, in the about section of my YouTube channel homepage there. But if you don't know and you want me to tell you what it is Jason at jasonlavarius.com. I was looking for just lavarius.com, but it's been taken by some other company. I forgot the company. But if I had the foresight to buy the URL years ago, I should have done that years ago, so that we would have that, so that we keep it in the family. That is, That would have been cool if I found Severn.com. Like I could buy, I guess, lavarius.net, but I would rather have lavarius.com. Maybe I'll transition to that in the future, because I think the other ones that are more popular, like the lavarius.co, it's expensive. It's like it was like $70 for them to reach out to the person that owns that thing, and there's no guarantee that they'll sell it to you for as well. And then I think it's like GoDaddy.com. They're like, oh yeah, we'll sell it to you, or we'll rent it. We'll give you this URL for $20 per month or $100 per month because it's such a popular word or name or whatever. I was like, really? All the other websites are what, $6 a month, but you're gonna charge that because it's, yeah. And how did you come to own it? Also, GoDaddy. Daddy. Daddy. Severn, when he was young.
Hey Dad, I have a question, Dad. Dad, I don't talk like that, Dad. I don't talk like that, Dad. Dad!
So when I imitate him, that's the voice that I hear.
It says, oh, blah, blah, blah. Stop, Dad.
Oh, the Loves, I found you. Cool. Perfect timing for oh, you know what I can do? I can actually put you in my pocket with the microphone off so that you're not offended by the sounds of the bathroom. Before I go inside, I'll go ahead and take a look at the chat. So say hello. I do not need gas. I'm gonna park here. Let's switch the angle. Oh, bad lighting. Turn on my hair light here. Rockstar parking. Look at that. Woo! All right. Halfway mark. Put this up here. What you got going on in the chat for me, chat? Live chat. Scroll up. Dusty, you're a machine driving. Yeah. You know what? The longest I've ever driven straight was 26 hours, bro. And that was going from Texas back to Virginia Beach. We were on a mission because we had to be back for the premiere of Star Wars, the Star Wars episode #1. I won an auction prize where I had the entire theater and 100 tickets for all my friends. And I don't have 100 friends. But we had to be back in time for that premiere, so we drove straight through. 26 hours straight from Texas to Virginia Beach. But yeah, years ago. I can't do that anymore. I get too tired driving. I mean, shit, I got tired driving just now. Thank God for my DriveStream, keeping me awake, keeping you entertained, right? Thank you, Buhai. Yes, of course, I will keep safe driving. Need to go, Jason, for work. Yes, have a great day at work. And what do we say? A good day, instead of going fishing, a good day fishing is a bad day fishing is better than a good day at work. But yes, Bahai Kubo, you still know? Yeah, I kind of know, but I'll know more you know. When I think what a wonderful world, yes, indeed, what a wonderful world it is, I think. Dominic, thank you. Yes, it was raining pretty heavy. If you're still with me, thank you for sticking around. Let's see, Serious Rain, sing a song host. Oh, wow, he was called out for singing. Signing off for a bit here. Stay safe out there, Jason. Thank you, George. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, it rained. It stopped raining now, so it would be a good time to go inside, and we can hear you. Still good to go. A little loud. All right, cool. I caught up from the chat. Oh, Dusty, what'd you say here? We did Dallas to Sarasota, Florida when we moved here. Long drive. Yeah, indeed, a long drive. That's probably what, like 30 plus hours, I think. Yeah. All right, so this is the plan. I am going to run inside, and I'm going to keep the live stream going. You know, I'll mute the microphone. Feel free to chat away as we make this happen inside there. But yeah, let's go inside. Yeah, and you can see what I've got going on. Oh, it's chilly. Oh, it's the temperature. It's chilly out here. Whew. But I'll put you in the back pocket so you'll see some blackness when I do my thing here. But all right. You know, I wonder if I can turn this sideways like this. And orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Nope, can't really do that. And I got filters, but here, you can see where I'm walking. This is, oh, how do I turn that curve up? All right, I'm gonna go, do you want to, no, cancel. I want to turn off these filters. All right, there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, mute the microphone for a few moments here and go inside there. How you doing? Hold on, bro. Good, good, you know. All right, folks, I am back. Let's see here. What should we get to eat? Coca-Cola, for one, for starters. One of these. And let's see. You know what? I like the burritos. Those are pretty good. Oh, no burritos. Here, you want to see what my selection is? I don't want a hot dog. These things are pretty decent, I guess. Let's see, what do you guys think? If there's anybody in the chat right now. I can't see what it says because the screen is so I got to go, brother. Go eat dinner. Also, check back later if you're still up and live. Roger that, Dusty. Thanks for hanging out, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you greatly. Thank you. All right, let's see. Still cooking behind this line. Oh yeah, look at that. It's still cooking behind this line. So it tells me if it's still cooking, yeah? Alright.
You can go back up and focus.
Just grab it, put it in one of these trays. Is that the idea?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Thank you.
I mean, honestly, you got the gun. You can get it any way you want to.
That's funny.
either
But
way.
thank you. I appreciate
Yes,
it, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, there's the thongs. Alright. That's funny. Ranchero steak and cheese. We're gonna get 2 for dinner. And let's see, ranchero steak and cheese. Yeah, we'll just do we're gonna Southwest chicken. I'm just gonna eat it in the truck also, so I can make sure I do it safe like. Yeah. Get some napkins. Sweet, sour. Where's the hot sauces? All right, there's the hot sauces there. There's the hot sauces. Napkins. Where's the napkins at? Can you tell me where the napkins are, ma'am?
The paper towels over there, or just napkins over there?
Paper towels? That's okay, thanks. Aha, paper towels. Cool. 1, 2. That'll do. Thank you. For me. All right. So, oops, sorry about that, guys. This is what I got for quick dinner. And, let's see what the chat says. All right. While I'm stopped, go ahead and say hello real quick. Yeah. Because I see 2 viewers. Just curious to see who is on with me right now. But, all right. There you go. It's 2 of those taquito things.
Do you want a bag?
No thanks.
$7.97.
Credit
It's right next to it.
next time.
Would you like your receipt?
No, thank you.
Have a great day.
You as well. All right. All right, let's go back out to the truck, yeah? Ooh, it's chilly out. Okay, yeah, we're gonna sit down here and actually take a break. Talk to you on the chat while I eat. And it's funny, I don't really like to eat, you know. Maybe it's just something I'm about. Well, that's about to change. You know. In other words, I'd rather not have to eat in front of you, watch me eat, because I can't share my food with you. And if I'm eating, then I feel like you should be eating something too. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. All right, so yeah, I do see 2 viewers on there. Thank you for sticking around with me right now. There could be more. I just am not aware of it. But I got these ranchero chicken burrito things, or ranchero steak and cheese burritos, and I am going to eat them while I'm stopped, so I don't have to do this while I'm driving. Because again, it's unsafe, right? I mean, eating while driving is unsafe. So if you're doing that, cut it out. Stop, take a break. You know, better for you as a driver and your personal property and equipment to not destroy it if you wreck, obviously. It's dry. Like really dry. You have really good breakfast burritos at this Love's in Farmville. I guess this is the night crew, the day shift lady. She last time I was here, I remember you. Mm-hmm. And you know, I wonder what would happen if someone were to try to call me right now. Is the phone disabled while I'm live streaming? That's another good question. Oh, hot. That doesn't really do anything for me. Oop. Yeah, while I'm stopped, if you're in the chat, you can please say hello. If you're able to. I wonder if I can actually do some typing also. I don't think I can. Nope. Save, highlight, share. You know, we're gonna continue driving and continue streaming. And what I'm gonna do actually though when I'm driving is, I'm going to put the view on the road. What does share do? So I just posted to Facebook, and I wonder if I'm gonna get a bunch more viewers as a result of that. In fact, let's see, where else can I share this? Gmail, newsfeed, your groups, Facebook Messenger. So someone else popped on. Good evening. Identify yourself. Just taking a quick break. Food break because I got hungry. Restroom break because I had a kid-sized bladder. And that person popped off. So, did not want to identify themselves. You probably saw it on there on the Facebook. Which is fine. And again, I don't know how accurate this head count is on YouTube. But that's cool. I got 12 thumbs up, so thank you. I know I should not be talking with my mouth full, but I am. Multitask, right? But not really. You know, it would be good to have a reason to have a mobile hotspot also, so that I could still use my phone as opposed to using my phone as the mobile hotspot. I could still use my phone, not necessarily while I'm driving, but when I'm in the field, when I'm at the airfield flying my drone, I need to use my phone with my goggles in order to fly. And I'd like to live stream that whole event also, but in order for me to do that, I'm gonna do that. Be right back. Oh man, that is good. I hit the spot. All right, 3 viewers, identify yourself. I just took a quick bathroom break, food break, trying out some different functions on the on my cell phone here, on this YouTube live action. Plugging my phone back in, and I'm about to get back on the road. Not much of a. It's gonna be difficult to actually see me. Oh well, maybe not. Well, we'll see. It's gonna shift over to night mode on the truck here, and therefore stop illuminate.
Obey traffic laws, be alert,
And I want to
use
turn this
voice
off when
commands
this is
while
off while I'm
driving. Please proceed to the highlighted route and then the route guidance will start.
Excuse me. But say hello now before I get on the road, because I will not be monitoring the chat while I'm driving. Obviously, I want to keep things safe. If you're a new viewer to this drive stream, I've been driving for the last 2 hours, which is actually really long. Oh, because of the storm that I drive through. Turn that light back on for a few moments. And I wish there were a way to mute the microphone faster, you know. And I lost my viewers, so that's cool too. You can watch it later on. But failure to identify yourself. Just wanted to see what was going on, which is cool too. You know what? You gave me 1 minute of watch time. I appreciate that. New viewer on the YouTube, on my drive stream. Identify yourself. Hello and good evening. I am on my way to Hampden-Sydney College to see a weekend of rugby. Well, really, it's just a day. It happens to be Hampden-Sydney College's homecoming weekend as well. I'm at a Love's gas station right now, where I took a quick break, got some food, and got a chance to read the chat, because while I'm driving, I'm not reading the chat or interacting with the people in the chat because it's unsafe. And I'd rather, you know, obviously I'm driving, but I'm doing this while I'm driving for a couple of reasons. Hopefully provide some type of entertainment for you as my viewer, and would love to know who just popped on. In fact, I see a couple people that popped on. I don't think this viewer number, this head count is accurate. Viewer head count is accurate, but looks like there's a couple people on board right now hanging out with me. Thank you so much for taking a moment of your day to hang out, even if it's for just a minute, you know. But if there's something you want me to talk about, say hello, please do so right now, because like I said, I am about to get on the road again, and I hide the chat so I can't see it, and so I won't get distracted, kind of like not being distracted while you're driving and such. So, oh, Dominic, have a great evening, brother. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Yeah, no, for real. In fact, what time is it there? 2 o'clock in the morning? Oh, it's 7 o'clock right now. 7 p.m. Australia, 7 a.m. Are you going to sleep? Are you a day sleeper? That's kind of cool. But regardless, good night? Or are you saying good night to me here, 10 a.m. and you're going to sleep? Well, it's 7 p.m. here. I've got another hour and a half left of driving to do to Farmville. But I really appreciate you hanging out with me, Dominic, and you know, popping in here and there. Seriously, I really appreciate it. And yeah, I got another hour and a half of driving to do, but if you're rolling out, have a great evening, man. I appreciate you. I thought we're finishing. Oh, no, I'm gonna keep on rolling out. I've got another hour and a half of driving to do, so I'm gonna keep this going. I'm actually gonna turn the camera around so you can see where I'm going. In fact, let's go ahead and get into position, if you will. Since no one else has chopped on the chat, I'm going to turn the chat off in just a moment so that I can continue on with a safe drive stream. So let me go over here. I'm not looking at chat right now. My overhead light is going to go off. I'm just going to go ahead and put my flashers on. Pull over to the side here for just a moment so that I can face the camera around and turn the hide all chat messages and turn the chat off. So now you'll be able to see where I'm going. Flashers back or flashers off or hazard lights, and we are rolling out. All right, so, whew, all right. That's an Amazon truck. That's a big old Amazon truck that's up ahead. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this will look now also. So another test, another good look to see if, you know, oh, you can live stream at night. Sure you can. Just a matter of what you as a viewer are looking at. And so obviously right now you are looking at my drive. And so
In 1/10 of a mile, turn right.
what I need to do is, for one, maybe I need to at this yield sign, because there's going to be traffic. I'll have to stop
Turn
for
right
a brief
now.
moment, a few brief moments, because there's a lot of traffic and I'm not about to be crazy with that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and clean the lens off some more. But hopefully, maybe, I wonder if that picture looks better compared to what it was. But all right, we're going to get ready to move right now. With the ground
Proceed
being
3 miles on the current road.
with the ground being wet. Yeah. Oh wow, look at that. It looks, you know what? Not that I'm looking at the camera screen, but it looks really nice out there. I mean, minus the lights from the vehicles ahead of us. The sky looks really nice at 7 p.m., 7:10 p.m. Sunrise out here is 6:30 p.m. right now. Tomorrow it'll probably be 6:25 p.m. Excuse me. But it looks really nice. The sky's cleared, and that's going to be, we're supposed to have some really good weather for some great rugby tomorrow. The Hampton-Sydney team will be playing against, we'll have 2 games. One is against the Norfolk Blues, which is a club team in Norfolk, Virginia, our neighbors back in Hampton Roads, back south. And then their second game is against another university, the George Mason University's, I guess, team. And so 2 games, 1 day, and I am planning to fly my drone for both of those. Airspace is clear. I've got approval from the coach to fly, as well as the athletic director. They love the videos that I've made for the rugby team. The primary difference between what I did with my first video and the last video that I made was that, number one, I got more game this time around. I kind of just let it record the entire thing, and you know, got more, tried to do some more zooming in of the game in itself as well, just from the perspective, wow, that looks really nice, that skyline, and it looks brighter than what it actually is, camera versus real life. But that's probably the exposure setting in the camera, and that's on auto. I'm not doing, I didn't do anything to it. But yeah, they like what I've done so far with the videos. The very first video, because I was like, man, this is really long and boring to watch, I recorded it, I rendered it in 2 times speed, 200% speed, so which is 2x. And I realized later on, I was like, you know what, if somebody wants to, if they want to watch it fast forward, right, they could do 2x play speed in YouTube, so I don't have to actually do that. And what that does too, I think, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I like being right, but I can't be right if I'm wrong. So correct me so I can be right in the future. Right? So, but what I'm thinking that I'm right about is if I have a 1 hour long video and somebody watches it in 2x speed and finishes the video in 30 minutes, I still get credit for the viewer watching 1 full hour of video. And so, from a standpoint of not that we're trying to game the system, the YouTube system, you know, because it should be, you know, fair trade practices, right? That's what it's all about. Business. Business is business, right? Or to an extent, you know, but are we cheating and relying? Are we stealing by watching the videos in 2x and getting full credit for it? Is that a thing? I don't know. That's a good question, though. But I guess coming from the financial planning and just the
In
financial
1/4 mile, turn
sector,
left onto Rives Road.
you know, we always do things in the best interest of the customer. What's in their best interest, not in the best interest of me as their advisor collecting commission. You know, me as the advisor collecting fees. You know, and sometimes it turns into one of those things where it's like, you know, usually when I learned this early on in my career, and it stuck with me for the longest time, and still does. But you know, sometimes as a financial advisor, I would be asked questions of, "Oh, we should do this and that and that and this instead," of taking my recommendations based on, you know, the work that I've done, the research that I've done, which is based on.
Turn left now.
Turn left? What? No, I know not to turn left here. This is a straight. I'm looking at my map right now, because I think I'm supposed to, I know I'm supposed to go straight on this road. My navigation is giving me some weird stuff. So yeah, I'm taking my eyes off the road for a moment to look at the navigation, which is right in front of me also. Let's zoom in. Map here, and it wants me to turn left there to go where? What? Down Wagner to go to that road? Why do I want to do that? Oh, you know what my controls did? Did it reset my navigation? Controls.
Proceed 1/4 mile on the current road. In 1/10 mile, turn left onto Wagner Road.
Alright, so this is actually Wagner Road, I think.
Turn left now.
Yeah, we're not turning left here, because I know I'm supposed to go straight. Oh, there's a McDonald's there. I guess where I'll be stopping next time instead for food and bathroom. I like McDonald's. I'm not turning left here. Where is my destination? Let's see, screen view navigation settings, where am I? Cancel route. No. I mean, it's still taking me where I need to go, so the thing hasn't changed. I'm just gonna stay on this road and then make a right onto 95 and do that hairpin crazy ass turn down the road. Why it wants me to go this way, I don't know. But it's just another way. And I don't want to really explore that route down to the left that it told me to take. Okay, so
Proceed 3 miles on County Drive.
yeah, YouTube views and watch hours and monetization and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I've got some research to do on this stuff as well, from a standpoint of, you know, I mean, you see all these karaoke ones, but how come those don't, or do they get copyright strikes against them when they're playing karaoke music and singing karaoke? You know, I mean, I was singing a very poor rendition of "What a Wonderful Life" and something else earlier because I just don't know the words and I'm tone deaf. But yeah, do people get copyright strikes for playing karaoke or singing karaoke? I guess it depends on the song, and if a song is copyrighted and they don't want their song to be karaokeized on YouTube, right? For monetized channels, that is, anyway. Because, I mean, a lot of the time and effort that people are putting into their YouTube channels from their creation of video perspective, they want to monetize. I mean, don't we all? And some people are in it because they are, you know, genuinely entertained, which is great also. We, as YouTubers, need those people to entertain. But there are a lot of people that are, you know, that have a desire to monetize their channel, I think. I mean, why not get paid for the residuals for the hobby that you put so much effort into also, right? Ideas. I mean, I want to, and it's not a matter of, I don't like to say, I would like to someday. No, I will monetize the channel someday. You know, I'm treating this like a business. I've got a business license. You know, I spoke to the city and asked them about my business license, you know, for my drone flying, which I had no idea. You know, I knew that, I had a feeling that it would turn into business in the future, because that's what I do. I figured stuff out. And what had happened was, I was started flying for the love of it, and it started turning into paid gigs. You know, I mean, my best paying gig was $750. But, you know, of course, not under the table. It's I'm a legitimate business. I have a business license. I've got insurance. I mean, I've got my Part 107, which is what's required to fly for non-recreational purposes in the U.S. And treating my drone flying like a business. And I asked the question of City Hall in regards to my business license when I start earning revenue as a result of my YouTube channel monetizing. And they said, well, when you're ready to do that, when the revenues start to be more than what you're making as far as the cinematography goes, then the cinematography piece becomes a residual effect of, yeah, to turn right here pretty soon, of the YouTubing versus cinematography, the video, the business license is video services, and that's the primary. But then, like retail, if I were to sell T-shirts and hats and patches and stuff like that and stickers, then that retail revenue is much less. So it's just residual in comparison to, or ancillary rather. It's ancillary revenue, not primary revenue. So I don't need a business license for selling T-shirts, not yet, because I'm not
in 1/4 mile, keep left onto I-95 North.
Okay, keep left onto I-95 North. All right. Now I am not looking at the screen, but I did see something pop up on there.
Keep left onto I-95 North now. In 1/4 mile, keep left onto I-95 North towards Richmond.
95 north. So if you're just joining the YouTube stream here and watching me do my thing, is this my hairpin turn here? Nope.
Keep left onto I-95 north towards Richmond now. In 1/4 mile, keep left onto I-95 north towards Richmond and then turn right at the exit onto US 460 west towards South Hill.
Alright, so keep an eye out for US 460 west, 95 to 460
Keep
west.
left onto I-95 north towards Richmond now and then turn right at the exit onto US 460 west towards South Hill.
You know, I...
Turn right onto US 460 west towards South Hill now.
Here's that crazy hairpin turn that will flip trucks over if you're going too fast. So that's why it's 25 miles per hour, if you can see that. Got a lot of spray from that truck that's in front of me there. Ooh, excuse me if you heard that. That's the Coca-Cola talking back at you. I don't want to get too close to that truck in front of me because of the overspray. But if you're just joining me on this drive stream, I'm driving to Farmville, Virginia. I am 2 hours into a 3-hour, we'll call it 3.5-hour drive because I had to stop just now for about 10 minutes or so. Ooh, look at that crescent moon up ahead, up above us. I am not monitoring the chat, but please say hello so that I can thank you later on.
Proceed
for
on
joining this.
I-85 south.
And the funny thing is, I don't know how I would thank you because if you're on YouTube with me, the only way I would be able to thank you is, I guess, I'll go find one of your videos and say thanks for joining my live stream on one of your videos later on, kind of thing, which I will gladly do. Just say hello, drop or post a link on there if you've got something important for you to say that you want me to look at. Clearly, don't put it in the chat right now because I'm not reading the chat, and I don't know when I'll be able to get back to looking at watching this live stream and reviewing the chat messages to see what's been put up and such. But email me. My email is in the About section of the YouTube homepage for the channel. And if you would like to know what that is, it's jason@jasonlavarius.com. But yeah, I have been yammering away for the last 2 hours. I don't monitor the chat while I'm driving and drive streaming, to ensure my safety as an operator of this vehicle at this time, as well as the safety of those on the road with me, my fellow drivers. And so I'm monitoring the chat, not looking at the camera. In fact, what you see is what I see. I'm using the nice camera that's turned around, so yeah. And I wonder how the picture quality is in comparison to when we were looking at the front face camera of my cell phone. So you are on cell phone, the Samsung Galaxy S22. That's what I'm using for this, for my camera. I'm thinking about wanting to do a live stream using a laptop and tethering it to a mobile hotspot using a wired camera to do the live stream for several reasons, not just to do the live stream in the car, but also, that's my mobile studio now, my mobile setup, so I can take this on the road, have a professional or a high quality, method of delivering content for you, while I'm in the field flying my drone. Eventually I'll have for example, the camera would be mounted eventually on a tripod, and I won't necessarily be operating that camera, but maybe if there's somebody there, hey, follow the drone, and you can see what I'm doing, because I'm flying around and about, and eventually being able to OBS into, and using OBS as my software, so I can change the scenes and change the camera angles and change what you're seeing in my live stream. And so I've got ideas, I got some thoughts. It's just a matter of testing and figuring things out like I'm doing right now. And so it's kind of like, hey, thanks for joining me on this journey to being able to figure out how to create really fun and good content for you as my audience and my viewers. So if you got ideas, I am open to feedback. Hey, how can I do things better, especially, you know? I mean, my wife encouraged me to, hey, that's really dangerous. Well, what if I do it in a way that's safe, you know? And a fellow YouTuber, you know, made the same comment also. It can be unsafe. It is unsafe. Just like texting and driving. Just like eating and driving. Just like drinking your coffee and driving. Right? But guaranteed, no one can say that their current habits are safer than mine. You know, no one can say that their current habits are better than the next person's, because we're all distracted. We're humans. We're going to be distracted by whatever comes our way, whatever's placed in front of us. I mean, we're distracted by the squirrels on the road, right? By the squirrels in our office that are shiny flying squirrels, because they're all shiny flying squirrels. And distractions happen, and that one time you're distracted can be disastrous. And so decreasing the amount of distractions that are put in front of you by, for example, I tried something different the other day. You know, I did a mobile hotspot and then connected my laptop to that for my DriveStream just to work. You know, it was okay. You know, would I do that way again? Maybe. You know, I did one this morning where I went back to just using the camera, and for the sake, it's almost like, yeah, YouTube.
In 1.5 miles, turn right onto exit 61.
YouTube camera streaming is easy. No wires other than my power cable that is charging my cell phone at a rate of 6 watts, or at least that's the power that's going into it. I've got one of those McDoo power cables that displays the wattage being used to charge. So the same cable, I'll plug it into my DJI charging hub for my DJI Mavic 3 Pro batteries, and it will display 100 watts. I don't think it's displayed a number higher than that. I don't know that it could go higher than that, but 100 watts is what that charging hub charges at. And it's cool because this Anchor power station that I bought also, maybe you saw me do the live stream unboxing of that particular unit. I've been doing some testing on it. I'll have a video out at some point for it, and maybe I'll just live
In
stream that
1/2
particular
mile,
video.
turn right onto exit 61 and then keep right onto US 460 west towards Blackstone.
Sometimes that's just a little bit easier to live stream stuff like that, and maybe turn it into a video by cutting out all the fluff, the quiet, right? But the power, what was I supposed to do? 460 west. Oh, there it is.
Turn right onto exit 61 now and then keep right onto US 460 west towards Blackstone.
All right. So this road was basically straight shot.
In
to
1/4
farmland.
mile, keep right onto US 460 west towards Blackstone.
I'm getting hungry again. All right, coming up on a stop sign. Turning right here.
Keep right now.
Thank you. Sync. I'm using the navigation on my truck. But yeah, the whole idea of live streaming again from the computer
Proceed on Airport Street.
instead of my cell phone is so that I can still have the ability to use my cell phone. Like if a call were to come in, and I don't even know if a call would beep in, so to speak, you know, and put you guys on hold so that I can take the call. I've not seen any notifications on my phone for text message coming on either, or notifications for anything. Actually, I have the notifications for email turned off because I don't like getting email notifications because there's too many. So I don't take those. Ooh, foggy, huh? Not too bad. You know what creates the fog, though, right? Convergence of hot and cold bases of air. Right, the ground is hot, cool air, moisture creates the fog. Check out this restaurant that's coming up on the right over here. It's an alien restaurant. Yeah, they got an alien coming out of. It's too dark. They don't have it. It's not lit up. They should light that up. Maybe they'd light it up into Christmas time. But where those Christmas lights are on the right, yeah, it's like an alien restaurant, barbecue pit. As they say, it's not my cup of tea. I like barbecue, but it's not like, oh, it's a barbecue pit, I gotta stop there. Yeah, nope. Trying to eat healthier. My wife's doing a good job of that by feeding me meals that are healthy. I've decreased my ice cream intake. I don't eat ice cream every night like I used to. It makes the ice cream last longer, right? And I've decreased my ice cream portions also. Not by much. I mean, I still have a lot of ice cream. But, yeah. But yeah, I really enjoy just chatting away like this. Like there's somebody next to me chatting, talk to. So, and I guess that's kind of why I wish I couldn't see the viewer head count on there. Because if it goes to 0, and it did go to 0 earlier, I was kind of like, well, I'll just be quiet until someone comes on again. But now I'm constantly looking at the thing, right? Versus if I didn't know that there was nobody there, I would just keep yammering away. Right? Just keep talking. Because I'm old now. Talk your ear off. That's what we do, right? When you're old, you talk. So over here on the right is a Walmart distribution center. So that's kind of cool. Got all kinds of a giant, it looks like a warehouse. And on the right is a giant water tower. Yeah. What I should have done was I should have left at I probably should have gotten on the road at 2 o'clock. But I was still at work at the time. Taking care of stuff. So, that's okay. You guys are hanging out with me now. That's funny. Viewer, new viewer, identify yourself. I don't know if they said hello in the chat, but I'm going to, according to the GPS and how I'm moving out, take my cowboy hat off. The headlights on automatic, so if there's no cars ahead of me, the high beams come on, and then when there's nothing ahead, but if there's nothing ahead of me, they come on, and if it's daytime, the lights turn off also. So that's kind of cool. Good features, right? Good features. And I wonder how the connection has been. I mean, it looks like I only lost connection once. And that was right before the rest stop, and then it popped back on again. So, dead space, cell phone tower wise. And then with every, I guess, it's hard to believe that the cell phone companies turned off a bunch of 4G towers. What does that mean? You know, I was talking to the guy at Best Buy about the hotspots. It's like, oh yeah, you'll see a marked difference between 4G and 5G technology and data or cell phone technology. Like, I didn't get into the details of what kind of a difference, but it's like, yeah, and you want 5G if you want better connection and signal because they've already turned off a bunch of 4G. But then when you look at the map for AT&T where 5G is available, there's still more 4G than 5G out there. So what are you talking about, Best Buy guy? You know, what are you talking about? There's still more 4G towers out there. You know, the 5G is just coming online. So how can one say that there's less 4G towers out there? So I was like, all right, but they didn't have what I was looking for anyway. T-Mobile service, cell phone service, and I was actually looking for just like one of those, and they did have it, but it was a 4G service because I wanted to see what it would be like to do something like that. But I didn't want to just spend $50 on the unit and then for a month's worth of foggy. A month's worth of service. You know. And so my understanding is what he told me too is I could go to the T-Mobile store, get a mobile hotspot there, and just do the monthly deal with them, and then turn it on and off as I require, without a contract, if you will, I guess. So it's basically getting another line, like for an extra $10 a month, I think. So another idea, right? To figure things out, to provide good content, right, is the goal to use, guys. All right, ground looks dry. Street looks dry. Air is foggy. It's 56 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so it's gotten chilly. It's supposed to be 47 degrees in the morning out here in the mountains. So I brought some layers to stay warm with, and we'll go from there. You know, I started. If you didn't hear me say this earlier already, I have decided to learn American Sign Language, and I'm not sure how that differs from Australian Sign Language. If you're still on, Dominic, but I would assume that it's all pretty universal still. You know, I mean, what is the sign language sign for kangaroo? Because we got no kangaroos out here, so is that why there's a distinction between American Sign Language and Australian Sign Language, or Canadian Sign Language, or shoot, Mexican Sign Language? 48. In fact, at 348 miles. Let's see, how many miles away from home is that? I'm curious. So we left the house at 248 miles. So 100 miles away from home, lost the signal. And an hour and a half away from home, that Love Station, it's a good landmark, lost signal. Wonder how many more times we'll lose it. Then what I'll do is I'll get a mobile hotspot and see with no droppages, no dropping of my signal. And if I don't, well, that for one turns into a good investment as far as the DriveStreaming goes. And I'm planning on using it for other streaming events other than just this. Like, for example, if I'm at the field, right, flying my drone, right, and I need my cell phone to fly my, to fly my FPV DJI Evader drone. And I wonder if I would need it as well if I'm flying, and I have not tried to fly the Air 3 unit, DJI Air 03 unit yet, if I need my phone tethered to the goggles to fly home-built drones. We'll find out soon enough. I got some parts to build the drone with. In fact, I bought a 3-inch drones, 3.5-inch drones. Bought parts to build 2 drones that my son and I were supposed to try to build together, and we were going to do a video on that process. But we just never got around to it between his wrestling and then his weightlifting. He was getting into that and whatnot. Just never got around to it. So I'm just going to build both. Or what I'll do is make a video on how to build that particular drone. Or just live stream me building the drone. That might be a fun day. I mean, it only takes, what, a couple hours to do. I've got all the parts. It's just putting them together like Legos, right? gonna be a fun day. In fact, that is what I'll be doing, as opposed to making a video, a how-to video. There are plenty of how-to videos. Or I could do both. Run two cameras. One is the live stream, and then one is will be for the actual capture for video. With the A cam and the B cam. So, all right. So let's see. 1 hour away from my destination. Pretty good clip right now. We're on step. Speed limit. So it's cool. There's the Sheets right next to the hotel. Well, down the road from the hotel that I'm staying at, and we got pretty good coffee. Oh, you know what? I've actually got a breakfast at the hotel that I'm staying at. The first hotel we ever stayed at in Farmville was the Super 8, and what a poop hole! As soon as I walked in, I swear I got a contact high from the marijuana that the people were smoking in with prior to. So if you can avoid staying at the Super 8 by Wyndham, which I'm really disappointed, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised because it's just a Super 8, you know. But absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that Wyndham, I think it's Super 8 by Wyndham, put their name on that establishment. They need to just sell it to a new owner, and they do whatever the hell they want with it, and not, you know what, they're probably making a bunch of money and they don't really care. That's why. Good job, Wyndham. Well, if I can help it, I won't be staying at one of your hotels, if that's the way you take care of your 2-star hotel. I mean, I will be staying at another 2-star hotel, but I'm confident that the facility will be much better than what I experienced at the Super 8. Horrendous conditions, and we were only there for less than, we'll just call it 12 hours. Checked in at like, what, 8 p.m. or so? Yeah, not happy with the room. You could see that I guess an occupant of that room had poked a hole large enough for their wrist, probably so that they could smoke outside the room, yet guess what, that stuff still retains in the room. But yeah, we were supposed to stay there 2 nights, but we were like, screw this, we're going home. It's parents' weekend. Yeah, I made a review, but people will still stay there because that might be the only place one can stay. High beams when I'm driving through fog. In fact, that's why the fog lights go on and you turn your headlights off in really thick fog. And I haven't experienced that in a while either. Really, really thick fog. Maybe it was an active duty, I don't know. But yeah, only just over an hour left to drive. No, just less than an hour left to drive to Farmville. You know, a little bit of a boring live stream right now because you can't really see me chit-chatting away, but you can hear me chit-chatting away. And if I can't really turn the camera around because you can't see me. Turn the beamers off again. But thank you for joining me and staying with me on this drive stream. Please leave a comment. Please leave a chat on there. Don't forget to tap that thumbs up button, of course. But yeah, leave me a comment. Just say hello. I'm not monitoring the chat, so I can't see who's on or who just jumped on unless you say hello. But please do. I'll be happy to at least say thank you. Oh my God, that's blinding. Be happy to say thank you later on in one of your other videos when you do, because yeah, it's just nice to know who's hanging out with me. You know, if you're like, hey Jason, I got an idea for you. Don't put it in the chat. Email me direct. And if you are in the chat, again, I'm pretty sure this head count counter, the viewer head counter is incorrect. But talks amongst yourselves. I'm not monitoring the chat. Talks amongst yourselves. Share it. Not in a position to provide blue wrenches. In fact, on that note, I was speaking with, who was I talking to? Maybe it was Justin. Maybe today's Friday, so not on. In fact, I think you're probably about to get on to Matt Bumps. I don't think that's your last name, Matt. That last North? That's why you're calling yourself North something video film productions? But I've always been calling you, I thought your last name was Bump, which is why you called it, and I forgot what my point was. Yeah, I forgot. But if you're in the chat, yeah, say hello to each other, share each other's links, promote your video, promote your channel, feel free to, because this is my drive stream that it's just a forum for you to be able to do that and enjoy each other's company. So it's 7:48 right now p.m. It means it's what, 7:48 in the Philippines. So I might have some viewers because I have established a fun following from the Philippines there. And you know how I came across you guys? If you're a Filipino, I guess, viewer, YouTuber, I was looking for some videos on how to make, I think it was lechon or something else. And I forgot. Maybe was it lechon? I was just curious. How do you make lechon? You know, I've never made it. And that one video, I guess, put me in the YouTube algorithm to start watching a bunch of other Filipino cooking channels. And there's a live stream one time of somebody cooking some stuff. Oh, come on, hi boomers. And I was like, holy smokes, this is kind of cool. And I got on one live stream one day, and I think it was the beginning of September 5th. And I was like, this is kind of cool. You know, this is pretty cool. And that's how I joined my new YouTube barcada. Yeah? That's what we used to call the Filipino American Club at the Naval Academy in college. Barcada. Which is cool. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me on my drive stream. I'm just yammering and talking away about the week. In fact, let's see here. Well, a friend of mine from work, Ray Kubiak, maybe you're on right now. He started doing some videos as well about his experiences as a coach, as a subject matter expert in indoor skydiving. And lots of really great thoughts and ideas. And he says, he's really surprised at how about the following and the response that he's received from the videos that he's put out. Because, well, number one, they are spot on. And there's a reason why he is the chief flight instructor of iFly Virginia Beach. And why he and Cameron are establishing their own wind tunnel, building their own wind tunnel in Tennessee. These guys, they've been around for how many years? They've been in this industry for a really long time. And they are the subject matter experts. And Ray, being an International Body Flight Association examiner, has taught so many people, both as flyers and as instructors and as trainers, people who train people to be flight instructors. And it's really cool to see him work, and I really enjoy working with him as well. And so you started doing videos also. He's not on YouTube, not yet anyway. He's primarily posting them all on the Instagram. And it's Dr. Kubiak, Koolbiak, Dr. Kubiak. if you want to look at his Instagram page. And he just started maybe making the videos 2-3 weeks ago at the most, just putting down some of his thoughts and ideas, and he calls it ranting, but they're very good, from a public speaker perspective as well. He's a very good public speaker, and he knows what he's talking about. And so part of the reason why he's got very good response on his videos is he already had a following. I think he's got like thousands of Facebook friends, for one. And so he posts the link up into there, and not only are they just commenting, but he gets calls and texts about, a lot of information about how profound, about how awesome it is, how spot on what he's talking about is. I mean, every day when I, see that he's posted something, we have a discussion about it at work, because I'm still learning stuff. Ray's still learning stuff. Lifelong learning, right? If you're not learning, you're tunga. So yeah. Oops, sorry about that. But yeah, pretty interesting things. And when you are the subject matter expert in your field, you're gonna have, especially with your followers, a following that really enjoys what you're talking about. I, for one, am one of those people also. And as opposed to me, who just started my YouTube channel, who doesn't know anything about YouTube, for one, didn't know anything about drone flying. I started a YouTube channel because I wanted to give back to the community by making videos on topics and questions that I had that I could not find the answer to. Literally. I could not find how to fold a 5-foot tall landing pad. In fact, that video is in there. It's like 2-minute video. And yeah, I couldn't figure it out. It came in this 1-foot diameter pouch, and I opened it up, I'm like, cool. I went to go put it on, I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't fit. Why? I was so irritated, I couldn't figure it out. Went on the YouTube looking for how to fold the iFlight landing pad, and that's the name brand, iFlight landing pad, 5-foot landing pad, and there were no videos on that particular topic at all. 0. I eventually made one, and then they discontinued making the product. And it's a lightweight landing pad. You needed to have ground stakes or have it weighted down so it wouldn't fly away. But I thought it was a very good quality landing pad. It was very lightweight, but folding it was a bear. It was, but once you learn how to do it, it's very easy. Now, I eventually bought another landing pad that's weighted by Hoodman, and that drone landing pad is awesome. It's weighted. When you fold it up, though, it's easier, yet it's not as compact. Now, I could fold that 5-foot weighted landing pad, in the matter of the iFlight landing pad, but it makes it much bulkier. And I don't really have a durable bag for when it's in that particular state of foldedness. But yeah, that's what that is. Whew, man, moving right along. Almost there, 40 minutes away. So I'm still having fun with this drive stream. I know nobody's on right now. And that's okay, because you know what's going to happen? People are going to watch this later on anyway. So even though there's nobody watching right now, people are still going to watch it later on from the supporting perspective. At least that's what the head counter says, and I think that's wrong too. It looks like somebody else just popped back on, unless the head count changed to 0 because I lost signal again. Or maybe that person lost signal because they're watching me while they're driving also, so they're they're drive watching. Right? And so it fell off. But yeah, if you thank you for joining me on this live stream. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to this particular video, this particular drive stream that's been going on for the last 2.5 hours. I've got another 40 minutes of driving ahead of me. So total driving of 3 hours and 10 minutes. Total live streaming will probably be 3 hours and 10 minutes because I will turn it off when I get back into the when I park, or maybe I'll just keep on drive streaming when I check in and you can see the room. That'd be kind of cool, yeah? Or no? Or I maybe just be like, I am going to bed because it'll be nice to sleep in and not have Maggie wake me up to go outside, because like clockwork she gets me up and I am groggy in the morning because I do go to bed late. So yeah, I do want to get up early. I'd like to get up at prior to sunrise so that I can pack up the truck, get back on the road, and I mean my hotel is only 10 minutes away from the school, but I'd like to get some sunrise shots. Smell the skunk. Some sunrise shots of the college, Hampton, Sydney, and some of those buildings at sunrise. I think it'd be really cool. I don't know if they even have anything like that. Who knows? Maybe they'll buy the videos and off me. Like, hey, we want this for stock footage for their website, for their social media. Because who knows? And you know what else? I know I'm live streaming right now. I know the cell phone signal is very poor at Hampton, Sydney. And I wonder, from the perspective of, I mean, I figured out how to live stream my camera view. I would like to, offer that to you, my audience, my viewers, that as well. Live stream what I'm looking at, as opposed to just, because you kind of saw that, but it was a really poor quality because I was videoing the video. You know how that is. You video the video of the TV. And I did that on the one live stream that was the 5-hour one when it was a night ops one from last Friday. Yeah. So I'd like to get a live stream going for that particular, just so you can see, wow, how awesome Hampton, Sydney is, And yeah, pretty neat how my son came about this. I think my wife actually found this college. They did some canoeing. Victoria and Severn, they did some canoeing with the Sea Scouts back in 2019, the year before COVID, and they're canoeing on the James River for a 2-week or maybe it's a 10-day canoe trip. And she thought that Severn would really enjoy going to college in that area because she had heard that there were colleges in the area. And so she's like, we just send Severn a couple of these links. And so I think she sent him a link for Longwood University, Hampton Sydney College, and a couple others nearby. And Severn just, did the research. And I mean, his number one choice was the Naval Academy, and he still says that it was his number one choice. And Hampton Sydney was his number 2 choice, but he really only applied to 2 colleges. It was Navy and Hampton Sydney. But when he did the college visit here at Hampton Sydney in October, I almost feel like he decided to go there for college then. And that he was like, yeah, he was just, maybe he felt obligated to want to go to Naval Academy because he's been saying that for years. But it's a highly competitive application process. The competitive midshipman candidates. And they took 5 from his school, from his high school last year, 2 years ago. And his year they only took 2, I think. Yeah, two. And it's funny because I think two of the candidates that I was aware of that got accepted, because I teach a STEM program at iFly Virginia Beach, and so the kids from the local schools, they come around, you know, and I recognize some of them, particularly if they wrestle against Severin, and I'm like, hey, did you wrestle for Granby? Go, you know, I know the school. I go, you wrestle also, right? And they're like, yeah. I think you wrestled my son, and they're like, yeah, it's Severin, and they're like, oh yeah. I was like, you beat me. I was like, and now I want to be like, yeah, I know, good, but because I videoed it, it's on the YouTube. In fact, I think I put it on his YouTube channel. And they're just like, yeah, but yeah, this one kid, he got accepted, and I'm just like, maybe he's just got
In
much more superior
3/10 of a
grades.
mile, make a slight left turn onto West Colonial Trail Highway.
What? Taking me on this wild goose chase again. But yeah, I found a picture of him laying in the grass, sleeping, taking a mini quick nap while Victoria was buying stuff
Make a
inside.
slight left turn now. Proceed on West Colonial Trail Highway.
Yeah, didn't have to really do anything. Directions. But okay. Woo! 30 minutes away. What does the timer say? 8:40. Time is only 8:04. So yeah, we'll call it 30 minutes away. Round up, right? Feels closer. Got a crescent moon on my left at about 10 o'clock high. Pretty cool. You know, everybody that is probably on somebody else's live stream right now, because they don't support the DriveStream. Again, it says 0, but how true is that? It said 0 earlier, and I think George was still on. It's like, why? Why is this not accurate? Maybe because I'm on cell phone. But I appreciate the likes, appreciate the thumbs ups. I appreciate you in the chat. I can't see the chat, but chat away. Leave the comments. I will review them later on. In fact, I'll get in. We'll call it 9 o'clock. I might eat something. A Cliff Bar, since I didn't really bring any food. And then throw Netflix on and watch Frasier or The Pacific. Those are the two shows that I've been watching recently. Just finished Band of Brothers again, and yeah, just moving right along. But I want to fly my drone tomorrow morning of Hampton College, of the Hampton or the Farmville Water Tower. Let's see, what else do I want to get sunrise video of? Got my compass in the thing so I can tell which way is north and figure out which way the sun is moving. I like to do that. That's why you carry the compass, right? Shoot your bearings. But I forgot that was the one song. Another Tagalog song. Arara Laila Be. Arara Laila Be. Yeah, I forgot how that song goes. Shoot, I'm like dipping into the childhood memories. Which I'm like, hey, you still got those memories back there? Stored away? Didn't quite have a hard reset, but did you turn the computer off and on again? Right? IT Guys, that's another TV show, which is on Netflix. We got Amazon Prime, of course, as well, because Amazon Prime member. But let's see. What do we watch on Prime? Paramount is through Prime as well. Yeah. In fact, so my fellow drone pilot, what drone do you think I should get next? It's funny right now because ain't nobody gonna be actually listening to this. If someone is listening to this later on because it's gotten boring and I've not been able to necessarily keep it and maybe that's the benefit of having a live stream that someone's actually going to listen to, because these really long live streams are just really long and no one's gonna listen to it. But again, it's keeping me awake, so I'm gonna do it. Even though they say don't make your videos about you, well, in this particular case it's helping me out, you know. And so if I can bring you some value by way of entertainment during this live stream, then it's a win for both of us. But no one's on right now, so there's nobody to entertain, unless again the view count is wrong and there's like 10 people on here that I simply can't see. Which, if you're there, thank you for sticking around, thank you for watching. Interact with each other in the chat. I cannot see the chat. The chat is hidden on my end, but post your link to a video that you want to promote. Post a link to your playlist that you'd like to promote, or post a link to just your channel, because I am not able to give out blue wrenches at this time, and I've decided to limit who I give blue wrenches to. And part of that is because I have noticed that people who get blue wrenches take advantage of their blue wrenchness and they start doing some stupid stuff on other people's live streams and saying untoward things, you know, disgusting things, and all right, time for that person to get blocked, you know, and remove the standard moderator, because a person is considered a standard moderator. That's what that blue wrench means. I don't know what that other one, the admin moderator, is referring to, or what power that particular moderator has. But again, learning and figuring it out, because that's what it's all about, right? In fact, that's how I found out figured out how to use Livestream directly from the RC Pro controller. The DJI RC Pro controller has a function on there that allows you to live stream the video of the drone feed. So I've not tried it yet, and you know what, I should have tried it from home because I got a better Wi-Fi signal at home. Out here I'll be live streaming via my cell phone, and so I'll have to use the mobile hotspot, which make it really bad video quality. It'll be pixelated, and it might send at like 720p, which is better, but at least we know. So, but yeah, new viewers, if you're there, say hello, please, so I can thank you later on. I am literally just talking away so that I can stay awake and help pass the time while I drive to Hampton, Sydney to see my son play some rugby tomorrow. But yeah, that's what we got going on. You know, because I do these streams so long, I really don't, I would have to monitor, you know, we talked about using Zoom and StreamYard on one live stream, and where somebody could be on the Zoom with me, or the live stream, or the StreamYard, and read the chat, read what's going on in the chat. That way I can talk to it. That way there is an interaction. I mean, that's part of the cool thing about YouTube, right? In fact, I was talking to Tyler about that today at work, and we were like, yeah, you know, people like the interaction when there is the chat, but if you're not interacting with the group, you know, it makes it a little bit more meh. So I agree with that, because when I'm on a live stream also, I want to be acknowledged. I want to, you know, the host to say hello. And so maybe that is selfish of me to not be able to do that because I am drive streaming. host that is land-based, that is stationary, that can do that, has benefit for sure. It has great benefit. And so, let's see. All right, dropping the speed limit down to 35 miles per hour. Coin laundry. How about that? 8:13. 20 minutes out. That's awesome. Oops. You know, I don't remember or recall seeing any fast food joints nearby the place. I mean, we ate dinner. Maybe I'll take Severin and actually, you know what? Nah, they're not really gonna have time to hang out. I was gonna say, you guys want to go out for dinner after, but that means I would have to stay another night, and I don't really want to do that either. I want to go home, sleep in my own bed. There's a Hardee's, but I don't really feel like a burger. Yeah, I got hungry again, YouTube. All right, are we gonna have an opportunity for me to say hello in the chat? Open the chat. There's probably nobody in the chat anyway, because everybody's gone and left for the night. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put the brakes on. Quick chat look. You starting to fall asleep? No, not yet, Andrew. I am not starting to fall asleep. In fact, you're not there anymore. Matt Bump. Matt Watch. Okay. Turning the chat off because I'm moving out. I think I passed it a while ago already. The train station museum. I don't even know where that. I don't recall where that is. Maybe that was it. Just did on my left. Where that Hardee's was at. I don't remember. I've forgotten. This is interesting. This drive at night. This is what Severin drove through when he was on his way home. It was dark already, I think. He's a young guy. Probably, and he took a good nap when he came home because he drove in that morning. It was a Sunday morning. Victoria was still in Philadelphia, and he drove home to get sweatshirts. And then he went to they took him to Acredale Saddlery, where he bought new cowboy boots, a new cowboy hat, and I was like, I want a new cowboy hat too. So he got me a cowboy hat for my birthday, new pair of boots. He and in Victoria, and Acredale Saddlery, they got really good cowboy equipment there. In fact, I asked him if I could fly my drone there one day, so that I asked him if I could fly my drone around there someday, just so, you know, I think it'd be pretty cool to showcase. And maybe what I'll do is I'll do a live stream of me shopping for another set of cowboy boots or hat when I go back there. So I'll live stream that experience because they're really friendly in there. You know, I think Gina is the owner with her husband, and that place has been there for years. And I think one of my former customer service manager, Devin, I think she had a job there one year, or at some point. It sounds familiar for some reason that she worked there. But yeah, that's where I get all my gear, all my cowboy boots. So I think Severin bought a belt from the Acredale Saddlery as well. So in fact, let's see. I know Carly said that she subscribes to my channel. So Carly, if you happen to get on, thank you for your service and getting Severin outfitted with some cowboy boots and hat the last time that we were there. In fact, you know what? I don't think I posted that picture on the Instagram yet. It's actually a pretty cool picture. What's that girl's name? She's from South Carolina. Yeah, I forgot her name. But very nice also. She took a picture for us. And that was pretty cool. But, yeah. We are in Crew Boutique Inn. I wonder if this is a hotel too. Under new management. Oh, it's just another place to stay, huh? Crew. Which would be a good alternative to staying at if I can't stay in Farmville, because from here to there, it's only a 20-minute drive. So I could, you know, if I didn't, it was cool. So 2 days ago, right? I called the hotel that I'm staying at, True by Hilton, and they're like, yeah, we don't have any availability. And I say, oh, interesting. Well, online here it says you have availability because I had checked in on Friday and put my settings to check out on Saturday. And they said, no, we can give you availability if you check in if you stay for an additional 2 nights. And I was like, what kind of crap is that? So you'll sell me a room for 3 nights, but not for 1 night? Well, yeah, because they want, I mean, it's a homecoming weekend also for Hampton, Sydney, so of course they're going to be very busy. Well, I thought to myself, all right, well, I'm going to, you know, not go Friday night. Just go up Saturday morning, early as heck. Probably would have had better luck staying awake and, well, I'm wide awake right now, I guess, after I'm drinking some Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola! But that was a commercial. But let's see. That was the plan. That was the initial plan. But I called today to see if there were any cancellations, and the lady said, yep, there are some cancellations if you want to stay the night. Yeah. I called my wife up real quick. You want to go? And she's like, well, get it. You know you're going to go there anyway, and it's safer for you to drive in that manner too, so that you can rest good. You don't have to get up buck early, drive out there, be tired when you get there, maybe even late, because it's not, you know, I allocate 3.5 hour drive, 4 hour drive, so that I'm not busting the speed limit, because it's better on the gas mileage, right? But yeah, wow, that's bright, dude. Lucky Stone. Let's be there, 8:40, 19 minutes away. I guess I was too early to call out at 20 minutes earlier. What was I saying? Oh, the plan. I called them up today and asked if there were cancellations, and they said that they had some cancellations and that they had availability tonight. So I got a room for the evening. And so I think that's just simply a glitch in the system. You know, they're trying to get people to stay the entire 4 or 3 nights for the entire weekend to sell more rooms. I mean, that's the job, right? Because once the day has passed, they're just like iFly, you know, their product is time, right? Once the time passes, you can't sell that room.
In 3/10 of a mile, make a slight right turn onto US 460 west towards Farmville.
West I. Alright.
Make a slight right turn onto US 460 west towards Farmville now.
Almost there. Yeah, I've got this cell phone holder that I can use as kind of like that selfie stick. And it's a tripod in one also, which is pretty cool too. And I wonder, you know what oh no, that's a GoPro holder. Because some people like to use a GoPro for their live stream, but I can't see what I'm looking at when I'm doing it that way. And I guess the idea is to just focus in on the front-facing camera.
Proceed
screen.
on US 460 West.
But when I'm doing these long live streams like this, you know, that's battery. I'm limited by battery power now at that point also. So, and I guess that's why the cell phone is the ideal method to use for this type of live stream, because I can go from here to a handheld, like the gimbal, if you will, or you know, my selfie stick, as opposed to having to tote around the camera. Or the cord is simply just long enough from the camera. Put that on a stick, put the thing in the, you know, I carry it in a backpack on a laptop, and then roll out, you know, live stream with the camera on a selfie stick. Again, ideas that no one else will know about because they're not watching the live stream, because they're missing out on my ideas. My great ideas. That would be funny if I just started singing songs just to stay awake a little bit. Like, let's see. I know. All right. Let's sing a little Kenny Rogers, yeah? The Gambler. Now, sing along with me if you like. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took a turns staring at the window at darkness, till boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I could see you're out of aces, and for a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he crumbled a cigarette and faded and asked me for a light, and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet. The night got deathly quiet. And his face lost all expression. And if you don't want to play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. I think it goes into instrumental. Every gambler knows. Every gambler knows. Every gambler knows that. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what your cards were. No, that's not it. By the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind saying, I can see your aces. For taste whiskey, give you some advice. You know when to hold them. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. I forgot the next part. Come on, dude. Asshole. I'm gonna go really fast and stop really hard here. Dipwad. What's the next part of that song? You gotta know when to hold 'em, when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. When the dealing's done. Ding 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 ding. Ring ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, don't really know any other songs, and I don't even know all the words to that song either. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns staring at the window at the darkness. As boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what the cars were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces, and for a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and faded off to sleep. And the night came up and asked me for a light. Night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. He said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep." Indeed. I think I gotta go straight. Yeah, there's a bunch of Kenny Rogers songs that I like. I think everybody's gone doing their thing on Friday night. Who wants to hang out on a Friday night? Unless you're a nerd. Right? Got nothing better to do than sit at home on your TV when you're alive. I don't know. I'm talking out loud right now. Nonsensical. It's late. Getting tired. But I'm almost there. And when I'm there, I'll be turning this live stream off so that I can focus on my check-in process, get my bags, and go to sleep. Pretty much bring everything inside, because never leave your stuff in the truck or car. It's stolen. It can get stolen. And this lumbar support thing is starting to ache my back. It's starting to ache my back. It's starting to ache. Oh, that's much better. Let's see. Let's decrease, inflate the bladder that's in the seat, making some back firmness. But I thank you all for watching and hanging out with me this evening. I greatly appreciate your support. And if you don't get a chance to watch this now, if you're on and you missed some parts, rewatch it, or at least play it in the background. Maybe you'll hear me singing. I sang 2 songs for you. A little bit of Baha'i. Oh, I can get text messages. Look at that. So I wonder if a text can come in while I'm driving. That means someone can call me while I'm live streaming as well. So we should try that at one point. Should have my wife call me. But we're almost there. The sun didn't seem to go down that long ago either. 2 hours ago. Right? I wish my Coca-Cola were colder though. Probably should have got the smaller one too, because I don't want this gigantic one. $8. It's like $5 for the 2 taquito things, and $4 for the dang Coca-Cola. 24-ounce Coke was $4 at that Love station. That's okay. So the plan tomorrow is to get up probably 06, and then get on the road to Farmville or to Hampton, Sydney. Probably set the tent up right in the middle, right smack in the middle of the thing, so that I can record the game. Coach has a green camera thingy. So, yeah. And you know what? I wonder if that people are popping in and out of the live stream, but there's nothing to look at. They're just road. So now they're just like, oh, what's going on here? Silent live stream? But I'm not silent, fools. It's not a silent live stream. I'm actually talking nonsensical. It's all good. Because I see a lot of these silent live streams. But again, I'm trying something different. This gives me some video content, so to speak. And I don't know if I'm messing up my algorithm in the sense of, well, you're not really putting anything out there. Well, that's cool too, what else? Hampton Sydney College, towards the left. Alright. Still 8:40 arrival time. It says 5 minutes out. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Looking at the map, I can actually see the checkered flag. We are almost there, YouTube. What do you think about that? Woo-wee. Almost there. You can see the checkered flag on my map. That's pretty cool. It's a nice feeling to see it get closer to the red arrow on my navigation screen, getting closer. You know what I wish though? I wish I could see my battery level, because it says it's charging at 6 watts, but I'm using it at the same time. So is the power consumption as a result of live streaming right now and the video, the camera being used. So internet video camera being used and the screen being on. Is that more than 6 watts? Because it's been charging for basically since we started. I mean, the phone's getting hot. You know? But it hasn't gotten so hot
In
that it shut
1.5
down.
miles, turn right onto the exit.
Alright, 1.5 miles, turn right onto the exit. I guess I told him I'll be there at 9. Last time we stayed at a hotel at this freaking Super 8, we checked in at 3:30 and like, oh, well, check-in was at 3 p.m. So we gave your room away. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Super 8 by Wyndham? Well, that's the management, so that's not really, but what's up with that still? Because, you know, we were gonna be there. Even if we didn't check in, you'd still be keeping our money anyway, yet you give our room away. Ridiculous. Worst hotel I've ever had. Ever. But that's okay. These things happen. It makes you, that's what you call, you know.
In 1/2 mile, turn right onto the next exit and then turn right.
It's called what you, appreciating what you have. That you don't have to, we don't have to be at places like that that are just absolutely ridiculous. Alright.
turn right onto the exit now and then turn right. In 1/4 mile, turn right onto Farmville Road.
Heck yeah, man. Almost there. True.
Turn right now.
Turn right now. There's that dumb Super 8. All right.
Your destination is ahead.
Yes, indeed, and I can see it, which is awesome. All right, so we've got our. Oh, there's a T-Mobile shop there. I could probably see about getting a hotspot. KFC, Arby's. Might be a franchise and not an actual flagship store, as they call them. Can I make this? Yep. Alright, YouTube, so I made it. I'm gonna turn this off. There's nobody on. It looks like there's nobody on anyway. And if you are, please say hello in the chat real quick before I say good night. Let's turn the camera around here so I can say good night. It's hard to tell what's going on with these lines. There's somebody back there, idiots. All right, YouTube, so I have made it. And yeah, long drive. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. I've got this weird shadow on the thing, so I don't know where it's coming from. But thank you so much for being with me this evening on this drive stream, keeping me awake, making me entertain you, if you will. I'm pretty tired, but not too tired, but I'm too tired. I thought about stopping at that KFC to get some food, and maybe I'll go do that later on if I actually feel like eating something. But I got a Cliff Bar, which I'll probably end up eating. But thank you so much. Have a great evening. Something's burning. No? Weird. I mean, there's a dude smoking a cigarette, but that's not what it smells like. All right, I'll figure that out. Until next time, YouTube. Until tomorrow. Good night.